streaming
That's
right
what
now.
she said.
Everybody, make sure you like it.
Like, comment,
I
and
already
subscribe.
have.
And
Like,
make sure you
comment,
talk in the
subscribe.
comments
The
too.
Bombadiers
so
is
that
live. That's one of my favorite channels.
There's like,
Hey, that's great.
Same.
Where are
Like-
you? Where is
I
everyone
thought
in this game still?
I
to
like.
make fun of.
Where
Oh my
is
God, it's
everybody in the
live.
map?
I don't
I'm
know.
trying to
I just
join-
got here.
Why am I here?
I'm trying to join in on
I'm
I
trying
don't
to
know, Gabe,
find
why
you.
are you here?
I don't
Oh,
know.
do you need me to
Oh
invite you?
man, this is crazy.
I have your
taxi.
friend. No, I have you as a friend, but I can't.
all right, hold on. Who has their video playing?
My what?
Not me.
Not me, 'cause
What?
mine's muted.
My what
Mine
now?
is muted as well.
Oh, it was me, but I muted it right now.
Ah, okay. Way to go, Kurt. Welcome.
Yeah, thanks a lot,
Yeah.
Kurt Cobain.
Welcome everybody to another exciting episode of Lazy Saturday, the fun, good time podcast from the Bombadiers, where we talk about shit that doesn't really matter. I am your host, Andrew. Joined with me, as always, is my
Someone's
co-host.
making it echo so bad.
His name is Elias.
That is me.
That is
I
him.
am also known as Eli,
I
and I'm
also.
also known as Jeff.
Why'd you say Jeff so
Man,
angry?
you have a lot of names.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do.
Yep.
I
does.
grew them all myself in the garden.
Yeah. The
Okay.
Garden of Names.
Garden of Evil.
Everybody else, introduce yourself because I've actually forgotten how many people are in this podcast today.
We've got first up. We've got Kurt. Please introduce yourself, Kurt.
Hello, I'm Kurt, also known as Rajan Cross.
And
Hey,
you're going
Kurt.
for
Sorry.
Hello.
Hey.
you can find him on Rise and Cross Gaming on YouTube.
Oh, shit.
Next up, we've got Delapo, owner and
CEO.
what else do you do? CEO for
Potentially perfect.
CEO,
Hell
CFO,
yeah.
CFEO,
That's me.
and COO.
I'm the one.
Did you just laugh like Kanye for no reason?
Next up, we've got Dante from Jazz Jam Gaming. Say hi, Dante.
Hello, all you lovelies out there.
I asked you to say
How
hi,
you
Dante.
doing?
You didn't say hi, Dante. You just said hi.
Yeah, he said hello, actually.
Said hello.
Yeah.
Oh,
He
the
did
lunar
really
Lycan
nice.
wants to be my friend. Hold on, I better let him do that.
You guys don't follow the script.
Also
This is
known
gonna be
as the
bad.
guy that I always beat on Gang Beasts.
Oh,
That's a
shit.
lie. I don't know what the hell you're talking about.
You're fucking wrong.
And then next up, we've got Gabe from Neil to Green.
Hi.
Yes. Who is one of our
Also-
lovely Discord moderators.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm also part Limited Night.
Plus,
Yes.
we have.
No, you're
with
not.
us G-Pon.
You're a traitor and you're gonna die. I mean, what? Who said
Oh,
that?
hi. I am a BuzzFeed CEO, and I make all the videos about women manspreading and also about women eating tampons.
Wait, can women
What's that?
manspread? I
Yes.
wasn't aware that
Jeez.
that was a thing.
No, it's them spreading.
Yeah.
Then
Yeah.
we've got
You just
James
gotta
from Limited
believe.
I'm
Night.
gonna jump in this car.
Hello, I'm from Limited Night. This company that Gabe used to work for, but now she's fired.
Who actually gave you hiring and firing power? You're like the newest hire.
I
on
did
the
just
channel.
now, literally within the last 2 minutes.
Oh, okay, that's cool.
I'm telling Tim about
And
this.
then,
I'm calling
after,
HR.
and then last but not least, we have our resident cookie giver. Shadow.
Hello.
The
Hello.
hedgehog. I got
No.
Where are we
Really?
going? Because I just
I
kind
am
of...
not a hedgehog.
I feel like you should be.
It's better that than a Mickey.
Oh,
Shadow is mysterious.
I'm hurt by that.
PG-13 cookies, though.
Who else? Oh,
That's it.
oh, damn it.
I found you, faker.
I require a second introduction.
Ladies and gentlemen, please. It is Delapo from Potentially Perfect, also known as Get Good Gaming, the original.
God,
Yeah, before
remember
the
that?
famous
Good
Yeah.
times.
Remember when
Good
Remember that
times.
when the lawsuit happens.
God.
I liked Matthias.
I remember that lawsuit. Why don't we go in your car, dude? Your car's bigger.
Oh my god, what? My card just appeared out of
Can you
nowhere.
guys-
It's weird.
Can you guys just stay in one place so I can fucking come get you?
Ow,
No, I
stop
don't want
shooting
you.
me.
Invite me, please, since I'm not in the game.
I'm trying.
You know,
Jeez.
guys, actually, this is just going to be a session between me and Andrew, and that's it.
That's it.
everyone
no one
else
else
can
gets to
just-
play. All right.
I'll bribe you with cookies.
Does any?
All
All right,
is-
maybe you
um,
get to play.
By the way,
Hey Eli, can you invite Dante?
well, once you pick me up, yes.
Who the hell is Dante?
Why the fuck do I have to wait?
How do you not know Dante
I've
from
been
Dante's
trying to do
Inferno?
this.
Come on,
Yeah.
guy.
Well,
Oh,
that's
come on. I
that's-
hated that
come on,
joke
that's
in high
Dante
school.
with an A. Dante is with an
Dante?
O.
I call
Oh,
you-
yeah, I'm the shitty Dante from the Devil May
That's his
Cry
cousin.
Yes.
He's the one that went to heaven.
Hey, Dante and Devil May Cry was
I'm so
cool,
excited.
right?
I still
First
have not
Dante
played any of
was
those
good.
of those Devil May
The
Cry
second
games.
Dante was an ass.
Yeah, I actually.
Okay,
own
all
some
right.
of
Here's the
those.
thing. I'm going to talk. Oh god, I freaking love Devil May Cry. I want to talk about that because there was actually nothing inherently wrong with the second Dante.
Ooh.
People are weird.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yep.
that's all right. We'll get there, Sonny.
Okay, shoot.
He gets
Okay.
unfair
You know her
treatment
feelings.
because think about it like
Okay.
this, okay? If Edward Dante was actually like in Devil May Cry 2, let's say Devil May Cry 2 was the remake, right?
Right.
Should
Right.
probably
No
say
one
that
would have a
over.
problem with that because they would expect the changes within the characters. Seeing how it's like Super Mario Brothers 1, right? Super Mario
Yep.
Brothers 2. Totally different games. Everybody
Exactly.
loves it, right?
Right.
Actually, I don't know of anybody who loves Super Mario Brothers 2.
Are you
I
kidding?
like it.
Are you
Doki
kidding me?
Doki.
Super Mario Brothers 2 is the
Okay.
game of the year every
I
year.
stand corrected. I know 3 people who do. Oh shit! I just
I'm
got
just
Oh my
saying,
god!
you
Oh
iterate
my
early.
God, what was that?
I wanted the. I'm sorry. I wanted the money.
I mean, everyone's still millions of
Hey,
times.
I made it.
Fuck you.
$15.
Hey.
Okay, we gotta stay on point here and actually
Yeah,
do
let's stay on
podcast
point.
and
God,
not
dude.
kill each
Shit.
other in this game.
Yeah, stay on the payload.
Yes.
Do it.
I'm just really glad I got that amazing kill. That's gonna be on my footage.
Yeah, it was great. Can confirm.
So great.
Andrew, your character looks like the worst kind of hipster.
He's Ginger Macklemore.
Yeah, that.
Yes.
Mm,
Oh my god, yes.
I forgot we've established a name for you.
Yeah. He's about to like marry so many gay people.
Yes.
Yep. But don't worry, he's not gay himself. Just so you guys are aware, he is
Who?
super duper straight, but he's just cool with
Wait,
gay
why would
people.
we worry about that?
Macklemore wants you to worry about that.
It's something that keeps me up at night.
I think Macklemore just like, even if he was gay, I don't think the world's ready for a gay rapper. Like as accepting as we are, like I don't think. Isn't that weird?
We have
Isn't
gay
it a
rappers.
shame?
I'm pretty sure we have several.
We have.
I'm
No,
pretty,
not like a
but
mainstream.
it's
Yeah.
not out. They're not out.
Boy,
on
have you ever heard of
anyways.
Tyler the Creator?
I don't think.
Like
he's
the closest
gay.
thing we have is like Frank Ocean, and he's not even a rapper.
Oh, is he not a rapper?
You're not
Okay.
even a rapper.
I've never heard any of his music. I'm showing my white cards right now. I feel like I should.
No, it's fine. Don't worry
No,
about it.
it's not. No, it's fine. Music
Okay.
transcends.
Music transcends race. That's right. You know what I like,
Oh,
guys?
shit.
Oh my god! You just
You know what
killed
I like the most?
that woman man.
Why would you walk
That
in the,
woman,
in the,
man.
in the street?
Hey, I am all woman. Thank you very much.
Cake
That's fair.
cards.
That's fair.
Can I just say
I'm
one thing?
supposed to be woke as fuck. Yes.
Can I say one more? Can I say? Why the fuck am I still not in game, people?
I
Eli.
invited your
Because you
ass.
suck.
I didn't
I
get
invited
anything.
Joe. I invited Joe, bitch ass.
We invited your ass.
Well,
man.
you can't prove
I
anything.
I will resend that fucking friend
That fucking
invite.
invite. Oh jeez.
What's
why am I
really
driving this
weird,
car?
like just picking up on the topic there of like people like being like gay rappers and that, is that apparently
I
in the
re-invited
game Football Manager this year, footballers can come out as gay, but not real life
This car is
footballers because they don't want to potentially get it wrong.
Oh.
So like
Interesting.
Lionel Messi cannot come out as gay in the game, even if he is gay in real life.
Because they don't
Is
want to
he?
mess
That's
it up.
weird. Is that an
That
EA
is-
thing?
Yeah,
That is
no,
weird.
it's Sports Interactive, I think they're called.
Oh.
This car is
But
so
it's,
fucking terrible. Can we get
why
a
are
new
we
one?
driving?
Um,
Let's
excuse
get out.
you.
Tires are blown
Do
out.
you
Of course
see
it's
the sparks
terrible.
coming out? Those are my projectiles coming out of my
Okay.
car.
Okay.
It
Let's
goes
They
at
should
super
probably do
speed.
something about that.
I like
Let's-
Little Cookie. That's a good name.
Little Cookie.
I don't think anyone has that right now.
Good.
Alright.
They
You
shouldn't.
guys
They
offended
should
my
be mine.
super speed car.
Ow.
Little Cookie.
Everyone get in this car. We have to go on an adventure and talk about shit. Why
Okay.
is
We're
there
gonna go on
even...
an
I want to get
adventure.
in this
We're
car
gonna go on an
because it's
adventure,
more my
Morty.
color.
Okay.
Oh fuck it.
Does it have 4 doors at least? Can we all get inside of it?
No.
Yes, I
have
believe
two
the car
doors.
does indeed have 4 doors.
That one does not have 4 doors. That has 2 doors.
It
and a
doesn't.
back
This man's
seat.
also
You-
trying to
you should
take
probably
it
do
back.
something about that.
I'm just gonna
Oh.
deal
Llama
with
has
this
4 doors.
The door fell off.
That's
The
rude.
door fell off the car.
Now it just has 1 door.
I'm not gonna lie, I don't want to drive.
Yeah.
Okay.
Neither do I.
It's
All right, so
Shit.
we're all here except for Dante, as usual.
Oh, sorry, dude.
I'm on my way. Don't give me
Radio
shit.
Disney. Weird.
Dante, get out of hell and come back to the world. To the
You guys
fucking
remember
realm
that?
of the world.
I
Okay.
want to stay in
Didn't mean to.
hell though.
All right,
I didn't mean to, Andrew. I'm sorry.
that's fine. Over and over and over again. So let's get on topic.
Rachel's alive. Yes, let's
Yes.
do that.
So this
There's a topic.
this this podcast today is going to be about developers and producers and things like that, like people who bring us the video games that we love so much and maybe don't love so much.
Wait,
I feel like this is a good time for me to mention I am a games dev student.
So
Yes.
Nice.
my least favorite is whatever developer she is.
Wait, can you repeat that one?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
what?
don't like her. I was kidding.
Oh, I'm hurt.
Oh,
He doesn't
no.
like your studio in particular.
Yes.
Oh.
Whatever studio that you plan on working in the future, I'm gonna be like, fuck that that station. I don't know why I call
How
it a station.
dare you?
Hello in the chat to
No
Abby
more
Madison,
cookies for you.
Shadow130.
But what if she works at
Oh.
Nintendo? You
And
can't
It's
say
Rachel.
that.
Abby.
Then tell them to
Uh-oh.
fix their content
Do you wanna
snatching
drive?
on YouTube.
That's
Shit.
true.
That is
Oh.
true.
I have
I
not been
can't.
paying attention to the chat room at all. I feel so bad.
How dare
Yeah.
you?
Oh my god,
I'm
What
it's
a
Gone.
horrible streamer.
Wow.
Like, I didn't realize it was going on. I'm so sorry, everybody. I'm glad that you guys are here and enjoying this wonderful, wonderful podcast. I'm
Did
overstretching.
someone undo their like? What the fuck?
I love that Dolapo is like the mama bird to my YouTube channel.
Yeah, what the fuck?
It's like,
Who?
you get back there, you re-click that button.
Oh, Dolapo?
Yeah.
Like,
Yes.
there are 7 people watching, only 4 likes. Like the damn video.
It was like
Hey,
Hey, I
that.
see
There's,
it.
there's like 9 likes on your thing right now.
I see 8.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh Jesus.
What the fuck?
Dante.
I guess I
I
gotta
want
No.
you guys to slow down so I can get in the car.
We're not
I mean,
gonna
I don't
be able to
think
get in
there's
this
space.
car. Okay, I'm gonna
Yeah.
call my
We need to get in your
actual
Andrew's
vehicle.
car.
Wait. I got an idea. I got an
Wait,
idea.
wait,
I have
wait.
an idea.
I've got another vehicle coming. Don't worry.
I have a
Wait, so
vehicle
hold on,
as
where
well,
are we
and it's
sure
fly
about
as hell.
What?
Wow.
It's
Is it a
impounded.
helicopter?
Oh, fuck.
You
That-
should probably do something about
Ah, his car's locked. His
Well, you don't want to pay the
Fine.
$500, you cheap bastard.
Let the, let the rich guy
Oh,
get the
Jesus.
vehiple out. Oh fuck.
Is
Hey,
this
Shadow.
a new
Yeah.
buzzer?
Wow.
Dante, have you been
I'm
making
sure,
money?
Yeah.
Alright.
Oh my god.
Yes, I am indeed a rich
Get in
bitch.
and start it.
Oh my
I'm
God.
standing on the blaze.
Can you buy me
Has your
like the
game
motorcycle bike?
just shut up?
The motorcycle
So-
rocket?
So
Yeah,
here's a
let me,
fact about GTA. I don't own a car yet.
I'm
Nice.
proud of
If
you.
anyone wants to buy me one, that'd be just great.
Dante, get.
I mean, you don't really
get
need to
chopper
own a
and
car, you
start
can
it.
just steal one.
James, did
I
you
can't-
That's
did you just start
Ow.
playing GTA when they asked you to? When Limited Night asked you to?
no. Oh, I did. Yeah. When I did the interview for Limited Night, I just bought the PC
Oh,
version,
Jesus Christ.
Ow.
Yeah, the same
my God,
thing
thank
happened
you
with
for
me
that.
actually.
But I've been
Oh
playing
my
it since. I just spend all my money on sweet tats and clothing. So
Sweet tats.
Oh yeah,
That's good.
That's my favorite candy too.
Alright, so someone retweeted my tweet about the live stream, so we're officially viral. So I think
Oh shit!
Holy
Oh,
crap.
crap.
How many views?
Oh yeah. Please be sure to like,
400,000?
comment, and subscribe, everybody. And subscribe
Also-
to
No.
all these other channels.
I'm gonna jump off the roof at you guys.
I have a
Jump-
limo.
Is that a thing?
I have a limo coming, so once the
Oh
cops
shit!
get off
That's,
of my
that's how you
ass,
do a
they'll be here.
podcast, everyone. Oh,
Oh my
I gotta-
god.
There's money in
Okay.
this car.
Scroll down
so. Hold on, what studio are you trying to work for?
Yeah,
What
tell
kind of
us.
studio?
Yeah.
there. Here I
What's
come.
your goal?
Elaborate.
It could be anyone.
I don't know yet.
So demanding, yeah.
There it is.
You don't know yet.
I don't know
Wait,
yet.
then
I
why are you
mean,
showing off? Just kidding.
I'm a
how
developer,
dare you?
but I don't work for anybody.
Like,
It's fine.
if I have a goal, I have a YouTube goal. I want to work kind of funny. So
Yeah, that would
Do
be
that.
kind of funny. Sounds like exactly your speed, I think.
yeah,
Yeah.
because I really want to
Kinda funny
challenge
sounds
Andrew
like
Renee.
nothing like
Sometimes
me.
she talks, and I'm just like, what? So,
I saw
Oh
Greg.
no.
I saw
Oh, sorry,
Greg Miller
please.
once, and he is something else.
Greg
I
Miller.
didn't mean
Greg
to do
Miller
that.
is the front man for Kind of Funny. I would
Freaking
say
love
he's the
him.
boss of
I love him.
Kind of Funny.
I love Tim Geddes.
Just kind of funny.
Tim Geddes is
and,
great.
I used to like her, but she started talking out of her ass, and
Ooh,
so
nice.
I want to be able to
Impressive.
be on their
Left,
show
right,
and challenge
left,
her
Right,
Oh, hey.
Left.
there.
Oh shit,
I think that's a good talent, though.
Dante, you sinking?
Yeah,
That's right.
That's
You
true.
know,
That is a great. You're right. That is a great skill. Just gonna steal this money. Oh my god! I got shot at
Nope,
Nope,
immediately.
you lost your chance. You lost your chance.
No, cop, don't do it.
What?
If
Why
you
is the
want to
cop on?
be, if you want to be one of the big game developers, though, you just have to choose between whether you prefer to program Assassin's Creed or. I
Are you
don't know,
crazy? You want me
Call
to
of
program
Duty.
the hardest?
Are you
more
crazy?
than
You want me to
Activision
code?
and
Are you
Ubisoft.
kidding? No.
Yeah, Assassin's Creed seems like that
You're a
would be
games
fix to
developer.
code.
What the fuck? are
Yeah,
you
but I
intending
do
to
the arty stuff. I want to do animation and stuff like
Shut
that.
up.
So what are your guys' favorite video game developers?
Yes.
What would you say?
Platinum Games.
Yeah, Shadow. Yeah.
Huh.
I'm gonna leave the
Platinum
obvious
I
one
am
out.
my own favorite developer.
Nintendo.
Yeah.
I don't know if Devolver
You
counts as
know-
their
as bad
publisher.
as Telltale, aren't they?
Well, I gotta give it up for Mr. Kojima though.
Oh yeah,
Oh hell yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
he's
Absolutely.
brilliant
He's earned those
in
stripes.
Yep.
several ways. I'm going from
Overrated.
yeah, probably.
Wow, how dare you?
I'm
Get out.
gonna go out on a limb and say Square, from back in the day,
Well,
Oh, yeah,
I
the
mean, that's
original
not going
Square.
out
the
on a
original
limb.
Square before they got bought out by Enix. Oh my
I
god,
can support that.
they are responsible for some of my favorite games of all time, and now they own more dev studios, I guess. So
Isn't it like
Okay.
Square Soft now or something?
no, it's Square Enix. It
Square
was
Square.
SquareSoft.
Yeah,
Square
Square
Enix,
Enix.
yeah.
It was Squaresoft.
Now it's Squarespace. So speaking of Squarespace,
Wait, what?
this is sponsored, but no, it's not.
I knew you were gonna fucking do that.
I was about to say,
Abby
oh
says her
shit, how
favorite
did
is
he
Naughty
get
Dog.
sponsored? I'm gonna have to give him
Yeah,
up.
like hook me up, dude.
Naughty, Naughty Dog's a good one. Yeah, I loved. I
Yeah,
loved
Naughty
the
Dog.
True,
Uncharted
true.
series.
I don't know,
Oh,
They
man.
got this shit
Does,
together. Like, figured out the Crash Bandicoot. Like, nah.
I mean,
Naughty
Yeah,
Dog. My
fucking
problem with
Uncharted
Naughty
came out.
Dog is like it seems like they have a sort of formula for their games, and they kind of keep like churning out. Like I like cinematic games. Who doesn't like
Right.
cinematic games? But it seems
Me.
like
Right.
they're on one trick pony. You know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I can
That
see
is
that.
true.
Where you just
Can't get
press the one button to like do
They
this
forgot their
awesome
roots.
I can't get in.
Would you count
Right.
Bethesda in that,
maybe
or
I
do they
could.
are they like just class of publisher these days? really?
Bethesda used to be my favorite until they fucked up with
Because
everything.
like
Yeah.
Bethesda still do their
GG.
own work on Fallout, right? Like
Oh,
I know
yeah.
like Vegas was.
Yeah,
like-
they're. I think they're both. They do both.
Obsidian was the one that made New Vegas
Who
the
made
best.
Yeah.
Kinda like
Yeah,
Nintendo.
Obsidian
Vegas,
did their
yeah.
good shit.
Who made
with,
Outlast?
New
Because
Vegas.
that game is fucking amazing.
Yeah.
It was
Was that-
Outlast
was that-
game
wow.
developers.
Is that Red Barrel, or am I imagining that?
No, that is Red Barrel. You're right.
Red Barrel.
That game was awesome. Can I get in your?
Jack and Daxter was good.
I think
Yeah,
you have
you
to
gotta
be part of
accept
his
those.
organization, but you can't have
Oh,
more than
wow.
3 people in
I
it,
do that.
right? Oh
Yeah,
shit.
okay. It was made
Oh,
for
okay,
us
never
all.
mind.
Holy
Solar
crap! A
Incorporated.
limo?
See,
Yeah.
I think like people, a lot of people give Bethesda a pass.
I don't have
Sometimes,
access to this
like
vehicle.
too many times. Like your
have to-
games can only come out so
associate.
buggy, like so many times, and
A
like
what?
people.
Yeah, I can get that.
I don't understand that. Why is
And
it,
with-
why does Bethesda get this pass?
And it's weird
Because they're
because
legendary.
after Breath of the Wild
shit, I
came
dropped the
out, I
grenade.
think a lot of people started realizing like,
Oh my
Oh,
Oh,
God
jeez.
damn.
I'm so
I'll tell
sorry.
Who
Wow.
did that?
You
I didn't mean
Bethesda
to.
get,
I dropped it
Yeah.
by accident when I was clicking yes to
Games so
join.
big.
yes, I would love to join this party. Oops, I blew you guys up. Good luck.
thanks, appreciate it. That was a CEO vehicle.
Now,
But
I'll
like
burn
I
myself.
think the
burn
beautiful thing
myself.
about Bethesda is
Mhm.
like their games, no matter when they come out, they're usually never like the most pretty looking games. They're never the most technically advanced games.
right.
But they get so much press, they get so much praise, and
They
you kind of have to sit back and you have to look at it like, okay,
All right.
we
well,
can
there's
get
gotta
these
be
vast
something about it.
experiences, we can get these beautiful experiences without these multi-$100 million budgets. So what the hell is everybody complaining about games cost? You know what I'm saying? Like we didn't
Yeah.
put you in this situation.
Wait.
You guys put yourself in that situation.
That's
Yeah.
what
My
I've been
clothes
saying.
changed.
Yeah, yeah. He's a CEO. Can change our clothes apparently.
Yeah, I changed it to game developer since we're on the topic of game developers.
That's smart.
Oh my god, I
you
look
know,
like such an
I
asshole.
think it comes down to like how well you can put a storyline together as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Not
Right.
even the storyline. I mean, GTA Online doesn't have a story.
Honestly-
it's still one of the most popular games this
In-
year. So
Yeah.
Well, that's from a gameplay aspect and the fact
Yeah.
that there's so much shit to do, but it's still
Yeah.
GTA
They-
still gets ragged on for not having any type of single player like DLC content.
Guys,
Yeah, they
the
gave
most
yeah, but at the same
important,
time, how can you really blame Take Two?
It's
though?
also
Where's-
never getting
money?
it either.
Come on, buying.
the most
I know
important
people
thing.
who bought Grand Theft Auto 5 just for online. They haven't even touched the main game.
Me too. That was me.
I haven't
I've,
Yeah.
I've touched it like a second, and I'm like, this isn't for me. I'm all
Who
about the
touched it
online
last?
now. That's a game that we're gonna play later.
I think they should sell it.
No,
separately.
I think that goes down with Battlefield as well. Like Battlefield is mostly for the multiplayer, but
Yeah.
when you look at GTA 5, it's like everyone went online and it was like, okay, well, what are we gonna do now? So they
It's like-
came out with the heist thing that kind of like put that
Well, heist-
storyline.
Yeah, heists were intentional from
Aspect
the
to it.
beginning, and then they did those 4 heists, and that was it. Or 5.
Well,
then they
I think
don't
the
plan on going
same.
back to it
Oh,
either.
sorry about that. I think the same argument can be used for like the Call of Duty series. Like at one point, Call of Duty was just like,
Jesus.
I'm gonna buy this just for the fucking multiplayer because
Yeah.
you know the multiplayer was
Yeah,
up
'cause
there,
nobody
it was
does it
fun,
as them.
engaging.
Yeah.
Wait, is that still not the case?
Well, it
I mean,
stopped
like,
being the case
zombies
Oh,
is a
after.
don't start that. Don't do that. Don't start it.
Wait, no, it
Dante.
stopped being the case. I feel like after Black Ops 2. After Black Ops 2, it was strictly like, okay, I'm just getting this shit for the multiplayer. Because the campaign for
What?
Black Ops 1 and 2 were fucking
What?
delicious.
Delicious is a good is a choice
That's one
adjective.
way to describe it.
The campaigns for the last 3 were amazing. I'm not talking about World War II. I'm talking about the ones before those. They were so good.
Eh,
Guys,
What? Which one
the
did you
most
not like?
important thing of a game is literally just enjoyment. If you can enjoy a game,
Was it Advanced Warfare?
Yeah.
I can see that.
it was Modern Warfare 2. Advanced Warfare, I just couldn't even get into. It was just fucking campaign was just terrible.
All of this.
also
is
if
just
a game
words
makes you
to me.
think.
With the Kevin Spacey? Before Kevin Spacey was...
He
you
was
know,
a
Kevin
great-
Spacey.
He
yeah,
was a
Kevin
great
Spacey.
villain. It's just the fucked up part about that was he was the only engaging part about that entire campaign.
Jesus.
Yeah, that's
Everything else about it sucked
But,
ass.
okay,
All
but
the
Black
characters
Ops
were
3, you're
Are
telling
you
me that
okay? The cop
campaign was
just fucking-
like engaging.
I
That was
think
a
they-
great premise.
I think they
Black
focused
Ops
too
3
much.
campaign was kind of lackluster, only because of the fact I feel like I've seen that shit before. Like, oh, okay, fucking. Oh, I'm not gonna give any spoilers for people who haven't played
Yeah,
it.
don't
but
spoil it.
Oh shit! Oh
it
shit!
was basically
I'm gonna have to disagree.
ABC,
What the
and then
fuck?
there was like almost no attachment to
What is
like
this
the other
wolf
two
doing?
Black Ops campaigns. So, I mean, come on.
Where did everyone go? I'm just hanging out on top of this building.
Like, I think they
Standing
mentioned
on
one
top of the top
character.
I see you guys down there, and I can't.
But
get
at the
to
same
you.
time, like as a developer,
Fuck
like
your
if someone
car.
because it's been so long since the last Black Ops game, when you think about it, why would you make such a deep connection to the original 2 games? Because number one, there's not an easy way to play those games anymore because
Okay.
the PlayStation can't replicate the PlayStation 3.
Oh, did you die too?
Like, can't emulate
Yeah.
it. So
Yeah.
you kind of have to
You know
do
what you
that
gotta
kind of
do?
situation in order
You gotta do
to,
this.
bring in a new audience.
I mean, I guess
Honestly,
that's
guys, I just
true.
want Black Ops 1 to come
Ready?
back. That was my most
What-
favorite one, and I
Oh my
still
God.
enjoy
Black
playing that.
Ops 1 is
What
regarded as
the
one
hell
of the
just
best.
happened?
One of the best Call of Duty entry
That game
entry
was
series,
so
but
fun,
series
Oh my
in
God.
existence.
Listen,
Next
guys,
to
don't
Modern
worry, I'm
enjoy
on
the
it.
multiplayer. Like I love that multiplayer for that game. It was so
The
many
fun.
people out
multiplayer was
there.
good. The story was good.
Yeah, it really was. I
Zombies,
played it,
fucking terrific.
Oh god, I'm so tired.
and
Yeah,
then
guys.
the fucking
Zombies are the
gun
most
game.
overused enemy in video gaming, right behind Russians.
No, it's
Zombies?
fine.
Yeah.
This
Well,
is
so
Russians.
good.
I
Don't
think
worry,
you mean the
Nazis
Germans,
are up there,
the
too.
Nazis.
No,
Yeah.
I'm saying Russians because in the 80s it wasn't about. In the 80s that was like when video games heyday, and
Oh,
everybody
yeah.
was a fucking Russian.
I've lost track of what's happening in this conversation.
Oh, we're
I
talking
think,
about
I could be
Uh,
wrong, but I think
oh my
the
God.
We're
Russians
talking
are
about video
remaking
game
Black
gimmicks
Ops
now.
1.
Oh yeah, that's exactly what's
Pretty
happening.
sure that's. Yeah, pretty sure that's what's happening. Russians remaking Black Ops 1.
Oh
Probably
my God.
He
hacked.
died.
And they're gonna
Yeah.
make America the villains.
it.
They come to
I mean, it
destroy
wasn't
America.
Vietnam,
Okay,
so I
so
don't-
I'm assuming you chose this topic because of what? Battlefront?
Yes, actually, because it's a hot topic. They
Hot
took
topic.
back their stance on the loot boxes
PR move.
temporarily. I say in air quotes.
Exactly, PR
Um,
move.
Yeah, it's suspended, not cancelled.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they are absolutely going to bring that back, and a lot of
Yeah, they're
people are,
only doing it to sell it for Christmas.
exactly, and a lot of
Oh,
people
yeah,
are
exactly.
sending death threats to like the developers, like the people.
Okay,
that
Which
hold
is
on. No.
stupid.
What do you think is really
Yeah, it's
extreme?
not the developers'
On
fault.
Kotaku,
It's an actual
they did an
market feature game.
like an investigative expose on that.
Okay.
Thanks,
I don't think
Jazz.
that guy works at EA.
Oh.
Oh,
Wow.
Oh, the person getting death threats.
Yeah,
Wait, how
the
do I
guy who
do
posted
that?
the tweet about it.
Interesting.
Yeah,
Some cigarettes.
no, he was
Here we go.
You
it's
just
big bullshit.
Better now.
no.
Hashtag fake
Right.
news.
Ow.
If you
Just
want,
get
if you
fucked
want
okay, I'll take care of
a, if you want a controversial standpoint on
taken
that,
care of.
it is that, I don't support it, but I get it. Like I get why why they did it.
I understand that completely.
They're greedy, dude.
Yeah.
Ow.
That's just the end of
Sorry.
it. It's
Yeah,
just-
I did. I
Thanks,
totally meant to.
But
You-
if they
you're
had
really
done
gonna
it at
think-
had it just been like just cosmetic, I would fucking love to play as a
But the
red
problem-
stormtrooper.
that
you-
would
They
be
can't do that because of licensing issues with LucasArts. They can't
Do
do
you
it.
really think That a game like Star Wars.
If
is
you
gonna sell
know
that.
anything about like the original Star
No.
Wars games that they had to make, they had to run through everything.
It's
LucasArts and everything, they had to make sure it lined up with continuity, and there weren't any continuity issues. So they were having issues with cosmetic. It's not like they could just ram cosmetic things.
Oh,
into
because
the
you
game.
can't deviate from the
Right.
source material.
Yeah.
All right,
The thing about it. The thing about it.
I
is
can
that
I can
there
vouch
was-
for that.
Yeah.
There's exactly a reason for doing it, which is that they're a business and they want to make money, and they were
Yes.
trying it out and it failed, and they'll bring it back because they're now in too deep to not.
Yeah.
But yeah, I can see why they did it.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah,
it's just
obviously,
money.
it's literally just a business
was that game
perspective.
going to sell loads? Sure, of course it was. Could
Yeah,
they
they-
get more out of it? Did they think? Yes, that's why they did it.
Yeah, of
You
course.
know, it's...
Agreed. This is corporate
I'm
greed.
going to go
Hello.
ahead and call
Welcome to
BS on
America.
that statement
This is-
about video games costing too much. The reason why I say that it's an obvious
don't
point,
kill me.
but the idea that video game developers and publishers put so much money behind these games and then expect the gamers, the consumers, to foot the bill
That's
doesn't
true.
make any sense. I don't think that's fair. I don't think that we should pay $60 and then you guys say, "Oh, well, games cost a lot to make." Well, horseshit. We didn't make you spend it. Okay.
Also, I don't think
and then you're
games
gonna say, "Well, we
cost-
have to monetize these games. We have to put more money on top of it." That's not what the fuck? Who's asking for that?
I
That's
also don't
horrible. That's a
think games
horrible
actually
business
cost more
practice.
to make.
Yeah.
You know,
Just saying,
and
guys.
I'm glad that this whole thing has happened behind it, because with
Jesus.
various governments
fuck.
starting to investigate, the gambling and things like that behind loot boxes,
Hmm.
regulation's coming. I can't say that I'm happy that people are going to start regulating video games, but this is the corner that they put themselves in. And
Yeah.
frankly, as one who's watched this whole shit show from day one, I'm very happy to see that EA, got backed into a corner. I know
Yeah.
this is temporary, but
It's just nice to see a big guy
Solid
get,
one.
like that
Yeah.
get knocked down every now and again.
Yeah.
Also, I don't think games
Two things
cost as
on
much
that.
to make as you guys think. Because if that were the case, then Nintendo would have put their games cost up a long time ago. Because they released some really good shit. And
They
not just
have.
Nintendo, but a lot of more developers like
talking? I don't
Bethesda
know.
as well. They release massive games, like huge content games.
Well,
And
there-
those don't cost more than $60, and they don't make the excuse of that. And at the same time, CD Projekt Red, that made Witcher 3, which is a massive game as well, is also like one of those things where it's also only $60, and they even released DLC for it, and it was
Free
only
DLC,
like,
mind you.
Free
yeah,
DLC.
exactly. It's just
Someone
and
want to drive, please?
no microtrans. So like that whole I'm not trying to say that you're making the argument of and stuff. It's obviously the game developers trying to say that stuff. I don't believe them. I really don't, because if games really did cost more and they really had excuses to put all those microtrans for that, then
Anytime.
everybody would
Yeah.
do them, not just specific people. Like come on. Come on, guys. Come on.
The thing is, like,
It's
the
just-
devil's advocate question is always like, and like, I don't know how old everyone is here, but I'm pretty fucking old,
He is.
frankly. You know,
I can vouch for that.
and the devil's advocate thing is that like the price of games in general is actually not that bad anymore, because
Mhm.
when I was a kid, I used to spend 40 quid, because I'm British, in case anyone doesn't notice,
That's
Right.
fine.
on a Mega
How
Drive
dare
game,
you.
or Genesis if you prefer for the American audience.
Uh,
And that was it. I didn't
It's
get any
true.
DLC for it because it's a Mega Drive game on a cartridge. Whereas now I
Yes.
can spend 60 quid and I get GTA plus GTA Online.
plus, like, all
Uh,
this free DLC that's coming out for
And
it.
but
Yeah.
then the flip side of that as well is, I don't know. It's difficult to say like what the preferred thing is. Like I spent a lot of money on Overwatch loot boxes
Damn.
because they're cosmetic and I'm a dumbass.
Yeah.
And I'm just like a slave
done.
for like Diva in a police skin.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Don't you have, like, a family to support?
I mean, not yet.
Oh.
I have a wife. I have a wife. I don't have
Okay.
any children yet.
Oh, okay. For some reason, I thought you
also,
had children.
Can
with
I-
inflation, that translates to like about 80
That's
quid.
true.
So,
Yeah, a lot
Can I chime in on
This
this
is-
conversation real quick?
No. I don't even know
No.
if we got
This is-
invited to this, Jazz.
I may be one of the
Make it
younglings here, but I can still chime in on this.
That's true.
Younglings, what
Make
No,
it
go ahead.
easy.
Everyone's
Bloody
opinion
kids.
Well, actually, one
Hey.
thing, James. At first, it sounded like you said Quaaludes, and I got real confused.
Just like
and two,
Yes, that is our currency, the Quaalu.
Ah,
Can confirm.
One thing I gotta say is, as far as like the loot box shit goes, and the whole gambling thing, I can understand the ESRB's decision on not to consider that gambling because I forgot what article I read it on, but they quoted their decision. They basically said, with loot box and shit, it's not like you're not getting anything from it. Like if I go to
Yeah,
casino
you
right
always
now,
get something. Yeah.
if I go to casino right now, and spend $50. I
You
can
might
either gain
not
some
get that
shit, or I can
$50.
literally just lose all my fucking money, and
Yeah.
that's pretty much it. If I spend $50 right now, go on Overwatch, and fucking just blow all my cash on fucking loot boxes, I'm
You've got
guaranteed
shit out
to
of it,
get
yeah.
something, even though it's not what I want.
Okay.
And
So
Yeah.
the reason why they used that they used that example was because they compared it to trading card packs. Now,
Right.
the reason why that's completely fucking different and not actually a really good comparison is number one, that's not your field. Don't try and compare it to policing something else.
Yeah.
Police your own shit. Okay. Number two, the reason why trading cards are deemed as okay in the
And not
mainstream,
gambling?
like within people who use the trading card games or whatever, is the idea that there's a market in which we can resell it. So these things actually have monetary value behind them. So you can go and buy a single card if you want. Let's say there's a Charizard you want that's super valuable. You can go on it to various marketplaces and purchase that. There's no way to purchase that costume that you want. If there was a way to purchase the costume that you wanted, yes, loot boxes wouldn't seem that like that much of a gamble. But the fact of the matter is there's no secondary market in order to buy these costumes. So you're still pushing gambling onto children, whether you like to consider it gambling or not. It's still a gamble. It's still a crapshoot. There's no secondary market.
Yeah, and I'm gonna be the Google
they-
guy here.
Yep.
Do they get
The-
away with?
the-
Do they get away with that though? Because you do get currency back if it's a dupe.
Yeah,
Like
but
I know it's not anywhere near the retail value of that item. If
Some
you want to call it
games do that.
But
Some games do that.
In colloquial terms,
Yeah,
it's
and
one.
Call of Duty does that.
I actually just went and Googled the definition of gambling, and it says play games of chance for money, bet, take risky
defined-
actions,
As defined by who?
take risky actions in the
Wikipedia.
hope of desired result. By Dr. Google, of course.
Right.
I love that. I ask
Where
Jeeves.
did Dr. Google get their degree? Let's be real.
Yeah, I want to see this PhD.
Words are created by are man-made, so they can change their definitions like all the time.
Well,
So
That's true, but
It's like 1 a.m. That's way too deep for me.
but pretty much,
That's what she said.
Oh,
I know for a fact that
okay, Eli.
I know for a fact that Dr. Google can be too dramatic. I mean, if you Google up any single symptom you feel, like if you have a pain somewhere, it always
it's cancer.
it's
cancer.
always something that's gonna kill you. It's always gonna
Always.
kill you.
Yeah.
Every time.
100% of the time.
Yeah, don't
it's
do that.
cancer.
It's like let's find the very worst possible scenario and present them with that.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Hey, I've got my
Sounds
foot,
good.
my foot hurts a lot. Oh, you're gonna die. But it's just a like a
That's gangrene.
Well, that's how I feel about the fucking
Gangbes?
This is how I feel about every time they do some kind of freaking food study. There's always some type of food
there's-
that causes cancer. It was the hot dog situation.
there's a
I
hot dog
think-
that caused cancer. I want to know what this weapon
Hot
is.
dog. They claimed, okay, and you can quote me on this because I read this article like 20 times already because people keep presenting it to me.
I've read this article like 20 times already. Dante 27.
Keep,
Yeah, this is gonna be a fun video to edit if I ever
because
edit
look,
videos.
I have New York blood, okay?
Oh,
Fucking
bullets.
hot dogs are my life and
They're his
and
lifeblood.
fucking okay, it's in me. I love hot
That's what
dogs.
she
You
said.
cannot deny this. There's an article that states those who consume more beef hot dogs are more prone to having cancer than any other like meat-based food product.
That
I
is
call
so
bullshit
weird.
on that.
Than any other meat-based cancer. What?
Meat-based cancer is wonderful.
No,
that's a new
any
brand
type
name.
of
I called it.
meat-based product, and I'm gonna call bullshit on that. Only because cancer, like, all right,
Just letting you know,
If
we
you
all
wanna
have
be
cancer
technical-
inside of us.
if you wanted to be technical about it, I've seen a study they did on vegans versus those who I don't know if it's vegans or
Are not vegan?
What,
Vegans
what's the other
Vegans
word?
versus
That's
non-vegans.
what we call them.
Yep.
The
Yeah, vegans
ultimate
versus
war
non-vegans.
in our
Yeah.
history.
They did a cancer study that they wanted to claim that the more vegetables you eat, the more fucking likely you are to beat like cancer and shit, or
Okay.
even avoid it altogether.
I mean, I
They
would
did
believe
that study and found out that out of the 250 people from each group, mind you, from each group, vegans were more prone to having cancer than those that ate meat.
Yeah, a
I
lot of
believe it.
vegans
Meat is great.
believe
Meat is
that
life.
they're healthy based on being vegan, but having a vegan diet does not necessarily mean that you are more healthy. There's a lot of unhealthy vegan diets.
Oh wait.
The other problem is that when people say vegan, you think healthy, but no, because vegan could be popcorn, it could be Oreos,
What
it could be
the hell
Yeah.
about
cookies.
Conversation
like, you know,
totally derailed.
Yes.
Yeah,
Welcome
This
to
is
Lazy
we started
Saturday.
off on
This
we
is
started
now
off on Black Ops 1 and now
2017.
we're on fucking vegan.
Okay.
Like,
Let's go
There's
back
a
to
direct link.
developers. Let's not dwell on developers that we don't like. Let's go back to like smaller
Fox.
or yes. Let's go back to happy developing. Let's talk about
Yeah,
developers
hi.
that we like a
happy
lot.
developing.
Happy
Hey,
The
developers that we like
developers
a
of
lot.
Bastion and Supergiant. I believe.
How do you guys feel about
Super
Cookie
giant
Simulator
games.
2017?
Obviously,
love it.
it's the best.
Yes.
Delicious.
I
I
heard
feel like the
CD Projekt
cookie
Red was
variety
good.
is not enough.
Shadow, what are your
I
favorite?
love them, the Witcher people.
I didn't hear that question. I'm sorry.
What are your
I'm
favorite
inviting you
kind
guys to a race.
My
Nice.
favorite kind of cookies. Ooh, that's difficult.
Mm,
I'd probably say like triple chocolate, because
that is
yes.
a lot of
Jesus
chocolate.
fucking Christ.
that
I
is
like-
too much
Yeah,
chocolate.
that's too
for me.
much chocolate for me.
Yeah, I like peanut
Oh, I
butter.
see, but you didn't bring me triple chocolate cookies, Shadow.
Ooh,
Sorry.
shit.
Just
Yeah,
airing
but I
personal
didn't bring
grievances,
myself
sorry.
triple chocolate cookies.
There are
That's true.
problems. There are problems
I'm
at their
getting
home
hungry
channel.
I'm probably gonna be a big ass little kid by saying this, but my favorite cookie has got to be double chocolate cookie with sprinkles and frosting.
Oh, that's
I'm
so
so
Oh,
hungry
that sounds
right now, dude.
amazing. Also,
That sounds
I
like
feel like-
diabetes in the
Yeah,
form
that's
of a
exactly
cookie.
what it
No, there is
sounds
no. Hear me out. Hear me
It
out.
is.
There is a bakery where I live called Reich's Bakery.
Can
Oh,
you
man.
get me some of those,
In
please?
they, I will definitely send those to you because they make
Thank
the
you.
best freaking pastries and
Okay.
everything in between.
Oh.
Freaking donuts. All right. The
All right.
donuts are the.
I'm just gonna like book a flight right now.
So
My friends.
I'm looking at the topic. Who deserves our money? I guess it's the cookie companies. I guess.
Yep.
Hell yeah, dude.
Yeah.
It's all
I'll
about
just
them.
start-
I'll start a cookie company and then use that money to make games with. That sounds good, right?
Okay.
Make a
That
game.
actually
Yeah.
is
Yeah,
like,
that's good.
Make a cookie with like an 8-bit theme where it's got like sprinkles that are like cubic.
Oh, that would be
Oh,
I'm
awesome.
yeah.
pretty sure it's probably like Minecraft cookies by
Oh,
now.
you can make
like
Somebody
a-
probably beat me to
You
the
can make
punch.
like a Sonic game, and every sprinkle that comes off is a bit of life.
Yes.
Oh my god, yes.
And it would
Gabe,
sell more than Sonic.
Gabe mentioned
Yes.
the developers of
It
Forever
would
Racers,
for the new
which
one,
are,
yeah.
which it's a
Wait,
game
can you
that I've
repeat
played.
that,
It's very
Andrew?
nice. Apparently they're very nice people. That's good to know. I mean,
Yes, heck of
you,
fun.
you guys have done a
Oh,
lot of
Forever
work.
Racers.
They won't
yeah,
give
Forever
they
Racers
won't give
are
me a
good
job
guys.
though.
Why
Oh,
won't they give you a
shit.
job?
Oh.
There's only 2 of them, Shadow,
They won't give me a job.
and they don't get paid.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah, and I said I'll do it for free.
Yeah. They.
Oh yeah, good point. In that case, they're horrible people. No, they're great.
How dare they? Yes.
Shadow, it's fine. We'll make a development studio with everybody in here. We'll let you do all the work. We'll just be voice actors. I
with
can
blackjack
draw.
and hookers.
I would love to be a voice actor.
do
I
that.
would, yeah,
Oh,
I'm
wow.
actually, I've
Do
been
it.
interested in voice acting for quite a while, but
That-
I always feel like my voice is stupid.
That kind of is one of my
That's
dream
not-
jobs, but my
Don't
voice
let resistance
absolutely
win.
is stupid. So.
Don't let
I
resistance win.
shouldn't laugh that much at that.
I
That's what
would
you
love
mean.
to be a voice actor. I totally would.
Yeah, you're.
Well,
you have the
when I
talent
do
for
a
that.
project and I need
Alright.
voice actors, I'll hit you guys up. That's alright.
Yeah.
Oh my god, yes.
Hello, Kermit.
I would enjoy it a lot, but I think I'm just too pretty to be a voice actor.
Understandable.
I'm too
Sorry, I
pretty
choked on
for
my
this
water.
job.
Yep.
I don't know.
Thanks for voice
Nolan
acting.
North is a
Yeah.
pretty attractive guy. I'm just gonna say that right now.
How did you
And
get
he is a
into-
voice actor.
How'd you get
Eli,
into- Wait, where am I going?
you're going the wrong
good.
way. Did you not
That
follow?
looked like the right way to me.
It was the right way the first time around. Oh shit!
Oh.
Oh god, wall
This is
ride.
why the drummer doesn't drive.
Fuck you, I'm the bass player.
Oh, you're the bass player? Shit. Did Eli tell you guys that he plays bass because he likes to
Did I
bring
tell
it
you
up
about
a
the
lot?
time that the bass player locked his keys in the car? It took
Nice,
him an hour and a half to get the drummer out.
nice.
Hey, he got the drummer in the car as well, or
Yeah, he follows
I'm
it.
very confused.
why
by
did
this
the drummer
reference.
just pick up the keys?
The joke is that the
Right
drummer's
over his
too
head.
dumb to figure out.
Yeah,
how to
sorry.
unlock the car.
I'm British. A lot of
Oh.
things go over my head.
Can confirm.
Hashtag
Okay.
Brexit. No, I don't know.
Uh,
Oh god, no. We don't talk about that.
All right, I think not to interrupt everybody. I think we were on the topic of
Yes.
video game development.
Oh, what are we?
Actually, one of
Wait,
What
what?
happened?
Jeez, it's current lap.
Wait, we had a topic?
Yeah.
I believe that was.
We
shit.
tried, and then it just delved into shit. It's
Wait,
gotten
let me
so
let me
bad
read
that
the script
Galapagos
Andrew
left.
gave me. Hold
I
up.
think we started talking about cookies.
Hey, there's
Not
nothing
getting
wrong
my
with cookies.
It's
Cookies
gotten
are
so bad that
delicious.
Galapagos just left and gave up entirely.
I usually just wait until the topic comes back. And then
I like how Delapo's really passionate about this stuff too.
He
He's like,
is, and we are
That's good.
shitting on him. I'm so sorry.
no, it's
Delapo
okay.
just wants
It's not
to
my
help.
podcast.
Okay,
Listen,
if he's
if
into
this is my
that.
podcast, no one would be playing games, no one would be having fun. We'd all be yelling at each other.
Yeah.
at the round table with like
Delapo, I
the
love
screens and
But
shit
we need to
behind
have
us.
some more duck game.
That's true.
Yes.
Oh my god, yes.
Wait,
All
everybody has Duck Game. I have Duck Game too.
No, I don't. have
I
that
don't
game.
actually have it.
Oh, it's such a good
I
investment.
was never invited.
Yes, it is.
Duck
It's
game
so-
is
like
dope.
it's such a really good streamable game because you can like always check the chat in between rounds. It's really
Nice. We
And it's fun as all hell.
Stick Fight might not be a great game for that because it is just constantly just fighting all the time.
You know, I've never played Stick Fight and I don't have it.
Neither do I. I was going to buy it
Neither
for
do I.
people if they wanted to get it because it's like $5 right now.
Gabe says gang beasts.
Oh, I love gang beasts.
I
I love that.
I love gang
The
beasts
gang
because I always
beasts
beat
guys are
Dante
cool.
at it.
Oh, suck an egg, Eli.
Suck an egg?
What's an
Huh,
Eli?
Don't
let
mind
me
if I
ask
do.
you guys a
That's
question.
egg.
Something happened recently with this whole developer publisher talk.
Yes.
Some developers no, I think they were publisher people. It actually doesn't really even. Some people on Twitter, some video game industry people,
Right.
they went on Twitter and they tried to, I guess, like crowd correct where the blame was going for things like microtransactions and boxes and stuff like that. They were saying that more times than not, in their experience, these decisions actually came from developers. Like a lot of the most, devious, microtransaction
decisions.
ideas actually come from video game developers. And I thought that was interesting mainly because not like the actual point of it. I thought it was interesting mainly because it seemed like they're just trying to shift blame. Like it's so interesting.
That's what it sounds
Um,
like.
Yeah, and it's so
here's
funny.
the
Like,
thing, though, like, what are there any concrete examples of that happening?
right?
Nobody
That's
knows
my main
because
thing.
shit
Nobody
is behind
knows.
closed doors.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, it doesn't matter to me because think about it. Like as a publisher, fine, okay, it's your, you can take it on the chin. Nobody,
Yeah.
everybody's used to the idea of a big bad publisher. The idea that a company can be soul sucking and all that shit, that's normal to us. But at the end of the day, I mean, it really doesn't matter because as a developer, in my opinion, as a developer, you are an artist. You're supposed to be an artist. That's why we believe that games are art. At a certain point, doesn't that that stops you from becoming this artist and you're just somebody who just puts code together? Because as someone who would do commissioned work, like I used to do commissioned music,
Okay.
it's one thing for someone to tell you to make a piece on, I want a slow song. It's another thing for someone to tell you how to do it.
Yeah, it is true.
And
Yeah.
at a certain point, you have to take responsibility as that artist, saying, "Okay, look, I'm putting this into this game. I'm consciously doing it." And at that point, I genuinely believe that the blame should be shared equally amongst them. I think developers can be scummy. I think publishers can be
course.
scummy. You're all
Have you heard of No
fucking
Man's
scummy.
Sky?
It's just
Oh
there's no
god.
need to throw around blame. Like if there's horrible things within your game, it doesn't have to be loot box. If it's horrible gameplay mechanics, if it's horrible you're cutting shit out just to put it in the season pass. Fuck
Yeah.
you. You're a horrible person.
Yeah,
I'm
and
sorry.
that's been
Yeah.
done multiple
That was
times.
Destiny
Fuckers.
2
Yeah,
and Destiny.
and that's
Wow.
even
More like Destiny Poo.
Oh,
Hey.
Okay,
Hey, let
I'm
me hit that
gonna
laugh
be a pain in the ass by saying this. Yes, I
Mhm.
bought Destiny 2. Yes, I bought the season pass.
That's fine.
Only
I didn't buy the
if
season
that's what you
pass.
want, man.
I did as well. I did as well.
If you're enjoying it, like I don't blame you, but I
Yeah.
don't.
But but here's my thing on the whole season pass situation.
Mhm.
I feel like it's a crappy. I feel it was a
Crappy
crappy idea.
It is.
You're
The-
basically paying for, and yeah, I bought one, so I'm playing fucking.
bought
I'm
plenty,
playing
don't
both
worry.
sides of the deck right here.
That's all right.
You're basically
let her
paying-
all
You're
out,
basically paying
Like-
for the ideas that somebody just basically went, okay, why am I gonna continue doing all this work and try to make this a great game when I can just shove half of this work off, cut development times and everything in half, push this game out, and then sell what's left to make extra money that I probably don't need because there are a lot of video games out there whose development costs have been shit. And when I mean shit, I mean like cheap as all hell. I've heard the stories from like indie developers and stuff. They used to work for fucking EA and BioWare and not BioWare really. I shouldn't even throw them out there. I'm pissed about Mass Effect Andromeda. That's why I mentioned
we can shit on BioWare right now.
Yeah, we could.
They're part of EA now.
I never played their games, but I heard they're pretty bad now.
But my thing is, any time I hear the word season pass, it's always the same bullshit. We pull this content from the game because we felt like we could shovel out this much money. Yeah. That's what I translated. This is what they'll say. Well, this is added content that will enrich the video game experience. We fucking went through
just give it to us.
20 fucking years of video games without having to buy extra content to enjoy a fucking game.
Yeah. And a lot of the time it's stuff that like would have been in it, but they decided to cut it out.
Exactly, like story shit. I don't see, anytime they announce a season pass, I literally see no gameplay changes. It's just the fact you added story elements to it.
You add a story,
you can go do this.
Who did I hit into a tree?
You can go do this mission. You can go do that mission.
Like, even.
Do you know what? Do you know what
Mass
the
Effect
problem
3,
is?
which Eli, I'm not spoil. I'm gonna try to very hard not to spoil this for you. But Mass Effect 3.
You're not going to spoil Mass Effect 3, a game that's been out for years?
Well, Eli, you just started the series.
Oh, God.
Yeah, he just started.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
spoil it for
I mean, I don't know the end anyway.
Check it out on Milona's channel. He's playing Mass Effect 1 right now.
It's very good. Eli, I give you props for playing the game.
Yeah.
You're going to have a blast.
Yeah. Mass Effect 3, they had a character, a really important character that they took out of the game and put in for DLC.
Yes,
which is really stupid.
And that irked the hell out of me.
That's stupid.
He's a really he's
important, like
the most
1 through 2
in
important
the trilogy.
See, DLC, it used to be that thing that this would come out. They wouldn't even announce it. It would just come out like, oh, okay, we have some production that we want to go ahead and give you guys the option of buying. Like,
oh yeah, sure.
I remember when Mario Kart 8 came out. Okay, nobody had any fucking idea there was going to be Mercedes and that shit, given the Mercedes were free. But I'm just saying, like, nobody had any idea that these DLC cars and shit like that was going to happen in the game. And I think it's that approach that Nintendo does sometimes, where like it's just like, oh, we're just going to extend the life of this game. That's what DLC used to be, and it's not what it is. Like when you announce a season pass, to me, when you announce a season pass the same time you're announcing a release date, you can go fuck yourself.
Yeah, you're just like, this game is incomplete.
That means you develop the content post.
I'm gonna ask you a question now because I'm curious.
I'm gonna give you an answer.
Right? Do you think that at least some of the problem is that game developers do not take a long time to make the games anymore?
I believe that's BS.
Like
some of them.
Like Assassin's Creed has taken 2 years this time round, right? And I've not played it, so I don't really have a comment on that. But you know, when they churn them out year after year, to your point of like the season pass being just a thing that they should have put in the game in the first place, do you think at least part of that might just be that they haven't had time to do it?
They're just trying to churn out game.
Because they're just trying to get the game out.
They should take the time.
They should.
It's not always that easy. I would say it's not always that easy because there are publisher pressures. When when a game gets extended,
I'm not blaming the devs for that. I would blame it more on the publishers. But the point is still like, if you're a dev and you're trying to get it finished, and then the publisher's like, well, you've got literally a month.
Yep.
And they're like, yeah, but we've got these other 10 things we're trying to do here. And they're like, well, let's just put it in a season pass.
We'll do it.
But here's my counter argument to that.
Okay.
When you're starting a construction job, my father worked, he helped build a circus city before they fucking went out of business. That was terrible. They basically gave them the deadline before the fucking construction even started, and it was like, okay, you got this amount of time to get this done. This includes like the fucking world starting to end, okay? We'll give you like 2 days reprieve and stuff. There's a contract that you have to sign that basically lays out everything that you have to get done, any type of accountability shit. All that gets included. You don't sign the contract if you're not capable of getting this game done within a certain amount of time.
Yeah, I suppose.
If you know you're not going to be able to get all the content finished and then put out a season pass and then say, hey, this is what's coming included in the season pass, or hey, there's more content before the game even comes out. You already had this stuff in development. Why push out a season pass where you can just push the date back and just release the fucking game?
Yeah, I agree with that.
I'm playing devil's advocate, but like, if to take your example, if say your dad had like
Gabe
I don't
makes
know
a good point
been
in the
short
chat.
shipped something by the concrete guys, and he's then late on the job, that's not his fault either.
That's true.
So now you've got
Yeah.
multiple studios producing one game. If the guys in Montreal don't give the assets in time to the guys in wherever else, you know, California, then the guys in California can't get whatever they need done finished, and so on and so forth. It's like a knock-on potentially. I'm playing devil's advocate because I agree with you, to be honest. But you know,
Yeah.
But that's
Yeah,
the type
yeah.
of stuff that you have to take into consideration before you decide to have the
Gabe makes a
publisher.
good
You know,
point in the comments.
I'm gonna apologize to YouTube right now for taking this down this road, but it's kind of like, you know, you have drug dealers and you have the ones that buy it, the junkies, you know.
Yeah.
And it's like the reason why the drug lords are so rich is because people are buying.
That's true.
So it's like if the gamers are like so fed up with that, you know,
Stop buying them.
that
Don't buy
yeah.
them.
Yeah,
yeah, you could always vote.
because the reason why they keep doing it is because it's working. They would not do it
Yeah.
if it didn't work.
Well, that's like the loot box thing, isn't it? Like loot boxes, I admit I've bought them, but people who moan about them, I'm like, well, I'm sorry, but you don't have to buy it.
Well,
true.
you see,
You know,
that's the argument that you don't have to buy it is one thing. I totally wholeheartedly agree with that. But at the end of the day, their availability is the issue. There are people out there with addictive tendencies and things like that who will take advantage of this thing, and that's who they're going after. They don't care about you. The person who's like, well, I have to buy them to enjoy it. I mean, they don't give two shits about you. They know you're not going to buy it. They know the people who are going to buy it, and they're going to push to them the hardest. So it's about
Turning
avoiding
players
this
into
whole
bears.
victimization of these people. Okay, I mean, of course we can say, I remember, it's this whole boycotting thing that people used to talk about. Like, oh, we got to boycott the games or whatever. Well, we don't boycott gas stations and drugstores for selling cigarettes. We know most of us understand the health implications of cigarettes,
CVS doesn't
but
do that.
at the same time, you know, it's just one of those things. We know the health warnings behind it, and I think it's more about education than it is about anything else. So that's what's happening right now, is because stories like the Battlefront thing blew up. People got educated. People saw that, hey, this is really fucked up. Why is this happening? Especially in a situation where it's pay to win. So
yeah, and that's another
availability,
aspect, is the pay to win aspect. That
Oh god, pay to win. Oh
Why is
no.
my car so slow?
The other thing that always interests me is like how many of those people who were moaning about it on day one, like I know there was quite a popular tweet, I think it was, where some guy was like, it's 40 hours to unlock Darth Vader. I'm like, that's great, and your point is valid, like it's a lot of time to invest in a game. I wonder whether he actually bought it though, because if he
I
did,
think he
it
did some
defeats the
calculations
argument. Do you know what I mean? Like he's going, well, I don't want to spend 40 hours. Oh, I've bought it though.
No,
If
no,
he's
no, the
shitty,
game
I'm about
couldn't
to buy
have-
it.
But that's the
game wasn't
thing, though.
even
You're
out that
paying
long.
you're paying to not play the game. What does that say about your game when you get to skip, you know, the experience of playing it to unlock something?
Yeah, but then that doesn't matter to the dev. Well, or maybe it does to
doesn't
the
matter
dev,
to the
but
dev.
to the
I mean,
publisher, it definitely
whatever.
doesn't, because it's all about the bottom line of money, isn't it?
Yep.
Yeah,
That's what I'm saying, though. If
Like,
it's
look
all
at the
about the
message,
bottom
though.
line, it's more about I'm telling you right now, this is more about microtransactions than any of us actually believe. It's not about the budget. If the budget says that we have to calculate 4 microtransactions in the future, there's something fucked up with your budget.
Yeah, absolutely.
So not
That
so
means you
can of
undershot.
worms, but what do you guys make of the Activision patent thing?
Activision's been doing this bullshit for years.
They
This
have.
isn't anything new to me.
Oh shit.
Activision
Yeah, guys, you have to
Nuclear
understand
bombing people for
worst
years.
one of all 3 of them, and a lot of people miss it. Like some people say it's Ubisoft's up there. A lot of people like to give Ubisoft the pass because they're like, oh, we make the Rayman games, guys. You know? No, Ubisoft's really bad about it. But Activision is definitely the worst. It's every one of these companies. They most definitely have psychologists on their teams, you know, telling them, you know, we can do to try and manipulate people into buying these
Oh, I pushed the
create
wrong
some
button.
microtransactions and things like that. And
God damn it.
I mean, honestly, I never thought that there would be such a thing as abusing your education, but my God.
Yeah. Oh, also,
so-
Peter's in the chat. Hey, Pete.
Hi, Peter.
Hey,
Hey,
Peter.
Peter.
Hey, Peter.
Peter.
Hello, Peter.
Oh, Peter.
Hey, Peter.
Hey, Peter.
Oh, I knew these jokes were coming.
Peter, I don't know who you are, but hello as well.
Peter is Rap the Turtle. He is another member of the Bomb
He's
Squad.
our official Canadian.
All right, an official
The
Canadian,
official
Company
Canadian.
as opposed to the unofficial.
As opposed to Greg, who's not our official Canadian.
No,
He is
Greg's our
also-
official Jedi /
He is
voice actor.
Also an amazing voice actor.
Yeah,
You
Greg
should-
is the soundboard.
Before you contact anybody, any of us, you should contact Greg, because his voice is just outstanding.
His voice is pretty outstanding.
I mean, Eli's is pretty good too. He's good at the impressions, but if
Thank
you
you,
need a
whoever
good like
butted me.
announcer voice, that's Greg all the way.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'll keep that in
I
mind.
heard my
I feel like
voice.
Eli is like one of those like esports announcers that just like talks over like while like, the gameplay is going on.
I don't know. It's like with
Eli.
Greg's voice.
Thanks.
Greg's voice goes well with funk, I think.
It does go
With
well with
funk.
funk.
Everything goes well with
Greg's
funk,
voice
my
goes
man.
well with like a
Have
protagonist.
any of you
This is-
ever used like bought a collector's edition of a game?
Yes.
No.
Many years
Not
ago,
at all.
yeah.
You know, a
I
lot
have.
of these collector's editions don't even come with the fucking game.
That's
Really?
That's
Ooh,
insane.
which one?
Yes.
Yeah, there was one that did that.
Isn't
Which
that
one was?
insane?
What fucking game was that? What's
I
the
forgot which
collector's
one it
edition?
was. I
then?
think it was the Marvel
Their
one, right?
mentality is that anyone who wants to buy the collector's edition already has the game.
That's
and
true.
to a degree, I kind of
No,
understand.
No, I'm
that,
not gonna
but
pay
still,
60
come
fucking extra
on.
dollars if you're not. No.
Sorry, Dante.
Let's go.
Oh man,
God.
did they
But
do
here's my
over,
thing
over
behind,
there
like-
the Vegas collector's edition for Rainbow Six Vegas with the poker chips? That was really cool. Sorry, I'm
Can
just
I say-
reminiscing.
Oh, I saw
Can I say
that.
one thing on that though?
Yes.
I feel like you're basically just paying. You're basically paying for something where you could have just went out to the store, or even if you buy like Funko figures and like stuff like that, like loot crates,
Funko Pop?
Funko
Funko
Pop.
Pop.
hmm
Gotta get
You're
some of those
basically
my
just
wife.
buying like physical merchandise that you can probably get from not even resellers, but
Don't
Yeah.
ever try to rationalize with a collector. It's
Oh my god, yeah.
No,
I
that-
used,
that
I
is
used
true.
to. I used to
That
get
is
loot
true.
crate, guys. Come
if
on.
you tell me I don't need a bass guitar, I'm going to cut you. What?
But that's
Stop
different.
doing that.
You know, I think
I love
the thing with collectors is like it's like when you deal with people that say
Oh fuck
you need to look at the emotional value of it.
Oh god.
Oh yes.
Well,
can
the reason I
understand
did
that. Oh,
Loot Crate
shit.
was because I was able to get it
Neil,
technically
oh,
at a
God.
cheaper price. So
Why is
No.
Gabe? Why doesn't she just talk?
I think she said she went into AFK and she just can't bother to come back.
Okay,
Oh,
She,
okay.
well, she posted on the comments. A lot of gaming production companies include microtransactions in their budget because comparing games
Shit.
today to games 10 to 20 years ago isn't accurate due to inflation
Damn
in the
it.
mass market.
I
Mhm.
got fucked.
Now,
Mhm.
my issue with that is once again just raise the price of the. If you're going to try and dime
You're
us,
dead.
and we're like we don't like being nickeled and dimed, just raise the price
Just
of the game.
raise
I
the price of the
understand there's going to be backlash initially, but if
Yeah.
I found out today that games are going to be $70 and I wouldn't have to deal with microtransactions and bullshit,
And pay to
I
win.
would pay it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would
actually,
pay it.
Yeah.
games used to be more
I mean,
expensive
of course,
technically.
that'd be that initial gripe of wow, two
Yeah.
games cost
Oh, I missed
$140
the
now.
They
point.
can
But at the
do-
same time, go fuck yours. Like, yes, I will pay it, please.
Also,
you guys forget
here's-
about indie games? They're like $20 and they're full
Exactly.
games.
Yeah,
Right, sure. But
Also-
here's the cheapest solution that I can find to that. It's the same thing that works with Brawlhalla. Yes, the game is free, but you can spend $20 to unlock
Yes.
every character.
Okay,
in there.
but free to play, I always feel like free to play is a
Yes.
different
But-
genre.
Yeah.
Because
That was a bad-
I
That's the-
allow
that was a bad
If you
example.
microtransactions
don't
in that.
pay an entrance fee, then you're not getting nickel and dimed when you
Exactly.
pay for content.
Yeah.
That was a bad
Exactly.
example though. That was a
That's
bad
fi-
example though. But
No, I get what you're
No, I
saying,
don't think
though.
so.
Yeah.
I think that was a
if
great
if,
example.
if a $60 game came out right now, like fucking Mass Effect, I'll use that as an example.
Yes.
If that came out right now and they told me, okay, you can get all the fucking multiplayer characters you want, additional story DLC, all this shit, won't have any microtransactions. We'll just give this shit to you. All you have to do is pay $10 up front, or even $15 up front. Hell yeah,
So-
I would buy that.
Here's
If
the
I
thing.
didn't have to take a chance
that's
to
pre-ordering.
buy,
Right.
if I didn't have to take a chance to buy a fucking a crate that's either gonna give me a dupe that I already have, some shit that I unlocked already that I'm basically just gonna get like 25 credits or some shit for, when I can just buy the full game, and then they just be upfront and just say, hey, listen, story DLC, that's gonna be free. Cosmetic shit, you'll have to work for that one. We can't work on you on that one. But extra characters, shit like that, just and this is just multiplayer shit. I'm not talking about like story, because story is important and shit. But like multiplayer shit for like characters that I don't use.
Yeah, that's not
stuff like that. They're not important.
But see, DLC doesn't. It's shaped differently than it was before. Like, I remember when DLC, like, if it was a new character, that was just it. You bought the fucking character. If it was new costumes, fine. I still think DLC costumes is bullshit. But if it was DLC costumes, you just bought the costumes.
Yeah.
Locking things behind loot crates is innately insidious because you are putting the chance behind it. If you just went ahead and sold the costume as itself, I guarantee this loot box thing wouldn't even be a huge deal. Nobody would really care that much.
That's what you get.
I'd argue and say that they make more money. Because who doesn't like costumes?
Exactly.
That's true.
All right.
It's the idea of the way.
Okay.
Guys, this just comes back to Nintendo. They already do that, and they don't add microtransactions, and they have extra costumes. They have all that other shit.
Because it's fucking Nintendo. Okay. And here's I'm not trying to be racist here.
Whoa.
Name one.
Wait, what is going on?
I'm not. I'm just throwing this. I'm just throwing this out there. Out of all the Japanese developers that come out of Japan, how many games do you really see them throw microtransactions in?
You're
Mobile
right.
games do not count.
There's definitely a disparity there, but at the same time, you have to realize the scope of it. It's not so much like, okay, Nintendo, I remember when they put up Super Mario Run, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
There's an inherent value that they have to their video games, to their craft, to their art, right? Today, we look at a mobile game coming out on the cell phone, going to $10, you must be out of your damn mind. I'm not paying $10 for a mobile game. That's ridiculous. Now, there was R&D that went into it. People were like, okay, look, this is how much this game is worth to us. This is how much we believe that people should pay for it. Now there are those people who bought the game and they're like, wow, this is great. I'm so glad I bought this. In fact, they're still supporting the game today. They even just added free DLC to it just the other day. So it's this inherent value that we have to our games in the West versus to the East. And now they just started doing season passes over at Nintendo. I think that's kind of weird. But I mean, they're $20.
The one thing you've forgotten about Nintendo, though, is that company does nothing the same as anybody else does it. Like,
I was trying to make a point earlier about Breath of the Wild, actually, on that topic. Where they sold a season pass where it had 2 specific DLC things for $20 extra, and it was a $60 game. And I have not heard a single person feel gypped by the DLC.
And I'm gonna tell you why.
Because Nintendo's got too much love.
No, the DLC literally adds no extra story element.
Well, I mean, the second one does.
It's a separate story. It's not like it's.
I also think it's a little bit like it just gets a pass because Nintendo. It's the same as like Rockstar. Like Rockstar, like they have shark cards.
Who's giving
They didn't charge a lot.
Who's giving them a pass?
certainly not Reddit. Reddit is not giving them a pass.
Hell no.
I don't look at Reddit. I can't comment on that.
I'm gonna be honest.
I don't hear anyone moan about shark cards nearly as much as I hear them moan about any other kind of.
Go to the
GTA virtual currency.
I actually
people
tend
to swallow the cosmetics argument a lot more than they tend to swallow things. The cosmetics thing for me is, you should definitely watch Bill Sterling. I mean, sorry, not Bill Sterling. I'm sorry, Jim Sterling. He makes some really great videos about this.
Yeah, that's who I watch all the time.
Like some really, really valid arguments go into all the videos. And he talks about how cosmetics are just as insidious as the other ones in the sense that when you see someone playing a game and they have like, oh, the super gold rare armor, it makes you innately go, wow, I really want that armor. I should do what they're doing to get that armor.
Yeah, that's how it is. Because it's like,
this
wow, I want
mental
that.
game that they have behind it. They're doing it on.
Well,
that's the entire idea behind Activision patent, right?
It is.
You'll
Yeah.
see the digital
jealousy.
computer play with the golden sniper rifle or whatever, and you'll go, my god, I want a golden sniper rifle now.
I want a golden sniper rifle.
And it's really interesting because I was playing a game
It's
on the
already
Switch the other
working.
day, and I had no idea modern games did this. But they have they have taunts, right? They have like dozens and dozens of taunts. Some of the best. There's this dab dance that they have in there where it makes the Doom guy dab, and I was like, oh my god, I have to get that. shit.
You.
Guess what? Everything is locked
Fucking
behind
piece of
challenges. You do the challenge, you get the item.
Andrew, you
That's
piece of
it.
shit.
That's how
And
old
that's-
school shit used to work,
Exactly.
though.
I
And
love that.
that's amazing. That works for me. That's like.
I'm about that.
But like
let's
other
talk
companies
about
look
an
at
old
shit
game,
like
then.
that and they're just like, look at how much money they're leaving on the. Fuck
Or
you.
what about a modern game like
That's
Mario
a good
Odyssey,
move.
where
I
you can
like that.
unlock?
That's awful. That's
you know.
awful. That's like.
Let's talk about
It's-
Melee for a second because
Wait, I heard-
Melee
wait,
had so
before we
many
get into
fucking
Melee.
characters, and you could unlock all of them and all the trophies and all of that shit just by playing the fucking game.
Yeah,
which
that's
was a-
true.
Smash
oh,
4 does that too.
fuck! Oh god.
Well, you can't unlock the DLC.
You're
by
welcome,
playing the game.
audience.
Also, I was
That's the
saying,
thing. Like, if like I said, DLC was at a time used to add to things that were there before. Even with Super Smash Bros. 4, we knew for a fact when they announced a character, you knew they didn't have that shit at the beginning. I
Yeah,
know
you
they
knew
saw
that.
Ryu coming right at the. You know,
Oh
Yeah,
my
no,
god,
they
Ryu's
definitely
gonna be
did.
in
Or
this
amazing.
Bayonetta.
you know, and it's or Bayonetta exactly like that we know came along way after development. These things weren't things they held back,
Yeah.
not because it's Nintendo
What
we
the
distrust
fuck,
them,
dude?
but because we know these are the kinds of things that do take time to develop. These aren't things that
Oh,
I mean. I
It's
believe
not a
when
fundamental change to the
Sakurai
game.
says
Yeah.
that creating a fighter is an arduous task. I believe that.
Yeah.
Obviously, tell Marvel vs. Capcom that shit. Okay.
Oh yeah, because they screw. Oh man.
Oh, see, that's a prime example. Fuck, like, what is that?
Real talk. Who is?
Like I can literally give Street Fighter V a pass because
Literally?
with balancing issues and you can't just come out with just making a new character. Just be like, okay, these characters are shitty right now because there's another character coming down the line. No,
Yeah.
you don't make a character and just withhold it for the sake of doing
Mm-hmm.
that because that throws balancing off. You make the character afterwards so you can test it,
Uh,
make sure everything's correct.
sorry,
and,
I'm gonna
and then
interrupt you for a second.
What?
Gabe thought she can get away with saying tittles on the stream and deleting it, but I'm just gonna call her out. Gabe, you are not hidden. You are not safe.
It's great. I love it.
Oh man.
Anyway, sorry. You go ahead.
oh Jesus!
No,
I don't know
I'm
where
just
I am.
saying. I feel like fighting games like Street Fighter V. I'm not gonna put
Prime
Marvel vs. Capcom in there because they Capcom fucked up on that one. But with fighting games, I think they get another pass too because you can't create a DLC character before finishing the game because then that just interrupts like balancing issues. So we have to give them a pass on that aspect.
I'm
of
not
it.
gonna give Marvel vs. Capcom a pass on that. How are you gonna take out the X-Men? Fuck you. That's
Well,
That
yeah,
was purely
also,
that's
Oh my god.
that's purely movie rights bullshit. I'm just
No,
gonna
don't
say
forget
that.
about
Listen.
ARMS, guys. The
All
new
right.
Nintendo fighter. They've
How
added
you
new
gonna take
fighters
Wolverine?
for
You
free.
can't talk to
so-
somebody like, look, we gotta have Wolverine.
We just
Marvel
need him.
vs. Capcom.
Wolverine was a
We need
fucking
him.
staple character.
Yes, exactly. Like
He
get in
is.
there.
He is the face of the.
He's
X-Men.
like the starter character. That's who everybody starts with.
Yeah.
I
Nobody
started
knew
Captain
who
America.
jack shit about Thor. Nobody knew jack shit about Iron Man. Nobody knew jack shit about Captain America.
Fuck
It was
you.
all about fucking X-Men.
And
Wolverine,
and Spider-Man.
okay.
Spider-Man.
You
And
can't
And
say-
Spider-Man.
Spider-Man
No.
is their main hero.
Nobody gave two shits about the Avengers until the Avengers movie came out.
Preach.
Well, they're like, oh shit, we're gonna make an Avengers movie without Spider-Man and without.
We've been throwing these characters in the closet for so long. They can make us money, and then boom, suddenly fucking Spider-Man's taking a back seat to everything.
That's true.
Nobody even fucking remembers Venom. And Venom was like a fucking prime time. Everybody wanted a fucking
Yeah.
Venom symbiote,
Sony-
Spider-Man.
Sony
anything.
is gonna try to
yeah.
make a Venom movie even without Spider-Man. And I'm like, no,
they
guys,
need to
Which
stop. Sony
I
just needs to
think is
realize
gonna be
they
real
can't make
just
fucking
this
hard.
take
Venom's like
that
my
away
favorite
from
villain.
them. Who's that?
That, how do you make a Venom is the reason. Spider-Man is the reason why there's a Venom. Venom hates Peter Parker's fucking guts.
I know. I'm not Sony. I can't tell you why.
I know. It just irks me that you make a
They're-
villain movie without the
Without the
hero,
hero,
that
yeah.
basically gave the villain his
Wait, they're making a
villains.
Venom movie?
They are making a Venom, or they're attempting to.
Yeah.
What
A
the fuck?
standalone Venom movie.
Yeah.
I
And
wonder.
guess
if-
who's playing Venom?
Is it?
Uh,
Is it Channing
is it
Tatum?
Is it Topher Grace?
Brock Lesnar.
Christopher Pratt.
If you cast Brock Lesnar at fucking Venom, I wouldn't give Sony absolute shit. I would watch that movie.
It has to be a jock buff guy because that's what Venom
Topher
is.
Grace was such a bad Venom.
Let's not go back to that
Yeah, he was
Spider-Man
a
3
bad
Venom, please.
He was
Why?
terrible.
How do you make a bad?
I think he captured the finer parts of Venom's personality.
No, get out! Get out!
Get the fuck out.
And Ben Affleck is the real Daredevil.
I thought you were gonna say the real
God.
Batman.
It's the only one we got, damn it.
The only thing redeemable about that movie was evidence.
Not even
comic
close.
fan bases.
Yeah, I don't know. How about the time they casted the Fantastic Four, Johnny Storm as a black guy?
Hey,
That
that's
was
fine.
really weird.
That
What
was
about the
weird,
time
but
Captain America?
I thought it was fine.
I don't
I
know,
thought that
it was
casting decision
really
was fine.
weird.
Was the
Of
Human
course you
Torch?
thought it was fine. You don't
Listen,
want
I just want Miles
in the
Morales.
comment section.
What? No.
No.
He.
The Bombadiers guy's a racist. He's like Black Johnny.
I'm unsubbing right now.
No,
I'm
that was,
clicking it.
I'm sorry. That was awful. I did not like that at all. Why?
I didn't see it. I didn't see it. I didn't see it for that reason only. Yes.
No, it was a
I'm
bad
mad.
movie. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah, but because some things, I mean, they just don't click. Like when people were rooting for Idris Elba to be the new James Bond, I'm like,
Alright,
I'm
listen here,
about-
I will fight
Hey,
you on that.
shut your mouth. I hear about
No.
that.
I can give them a pass on that. 007 is not. He's not fucking just one guy. He's whoever the fuck he can
Yeah,
be.
it's an agent.
He's
You
just
guys-
a
Yeah,
guy
yeah,
who
yeah.
exudes
yeah,
sex.
but pretty much, I think it was Trevor Noah.
I do
He-
like
he-
that.
he- he had a good point on that. He was like, okay, go to some European countries that James Bond usually goes to.
Oh, I remember that.
How many? It's like how many?
Yeah.
He's gonna stick out like a sore thumb. Yeah.
Yeah, I can
Yeah,
understand.
that. I remember actually listening to that and being like, yeah, I know what you're talking about.
All right, I'll take
All right,
the L
I'll
for
give-
that
I'll give
one.
this
That makes sense.
Okay.
You'll take me out of that one.
Yeah.
But I
But,
remember when fucking people were mad that Nick Fury was gonna be Samuel L. Jackson. I'm like, how can you be mad that Samuel L. Jackson is playing anybody?
That's
Fuck
true.
you.
Also, Samuel Jackson is Sam Jackson now. He was based on Ultimate's Fury is based on Samuel L. Jackson.
Yeah.
That is
It's
true.
like literally either you guys aren't real comic book fans or you guys saw one picture online and just blamed
fuck
it.
Just
this.
went with it.
Would
Yeah.
you rather it
Hey,
be
Drew, did
the
you just-
other choice for Nick Fury, which was
He was lame.
Yeah, he was.
yeah. I
Oh,
forgot
who was
the
the other
actor.
choice?
David Hasselhoff.
David
was
Hasselhoff,
the
yeah.
first sniff. The first
Oh,
I seen the movie. It was like,
Yeah.
Jesus,
Wait.
shit
that guy-
like this, but I'm,
Rebel
but I
against
don't.
the status quo, folks.
Yeah. See,
Well, that's like the. Oh, go ahead.
yeah,
Sorry.
I had no problem with race changing in superhero movies. Honestly, it doesn't bother me.
See, I think the
I had
black
a problem.
community is a bit of hypocrites a little bit because I swear to God, if someone was like, okay, we're casting Blade and he's gonna be white, I guarantee somebody would have been so pissed off.
All right,
Well,
that's a
that's
different
a-
story.
I
That's a
can,
different argument.
and I can
Blade is a
vouch for
different
that. I
character.
can vouch for
Yeah,
that.
I know, I would do that. About
I'd be pretty fucking pissed too.
Okay.
We're
Funny-
mad hypocritical about that shit sometimes.
Funny that you mentioned that because Donald Glover has a great bit about a white
Danny Glover.
Blade. No, shut up. He has a great bit about a white.
That was the guy from Lethal Weapon.
Racist.
Yeah, no, that was O.J. Simpson, right?
Anyway, so he
Oh,
was
man.
talking about we're gonna have a black Spider-Man now. We're gonna just make Spider-Man black. Why don't we just make Michael Thayer be Shaft? And Donald Glover's just like,
They're
it's like
there is a black Spider-Man. What the fuck?
dot dot
There
dot.
is? Well-
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the symbiote one.
No,
yeah, it's Miles
shut up.
Morales. That's who I
Miles
want.
Morales.
He said the fucking symbiote one.
And I
What?
feel like Childish Gambino would be a great
Got a
role for
Bob
Miles
Marley
Morales.
bio
So,
coming out.
He actually
Oh, did I
did
just
play
fuck you
Miles
up,
Morales.
Dante?
yeah, he did on the animation one.
He did play Miles Morales in the animation, and he's now playing Miles Morales' uncle in
fucking-
Spider-Man.
I'm screwed right now.
Mhm.
Wait, don't
Yeah.
spoil Homecoming for me, Ivan.
I'm not.
I'm so
but
glad
Okay.
Miles
Danny
Morales.
Glover is
Homecoming
going to
doesn't-
be
it's just a
freaking.
cameo.
Oh my God, what's his name in the Holland Solo movie?
Great, bro.
Oh yeah, he's
Oh,
he's
he's
Lando.
being he's
Lando.
Lando.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's
he's-
Lando. Oh, I'm so excited.
Can I say one thing
it's-
about the Star Wars movie?
Yes.
It was good.
Why was I I don't remember this actor's name. All I know is he was on Attack of the Block. That was a.
Oh
movie.
yeah. I know what you're talking about.
Why did they
I-
give him so much shit about that movie?
Oh,
he wasn't a
because they
fucking
didn't know
Jedi.
anything. It was just
Because
in-
racism.
No, it was just in the trailer.
Jimmy-
They were like,
You talking about John
Stormtroopers can't
Boyega?
be
John
black.
Boyega.
Yeah,
It was
that dude.
just- Yeah.
Bodega?
Yes.
He
Well, yeah,
wasn't-
Miles Vega?
I'm not a Star Wars geek, but I will educate myself when it comes to Star Wars lore. From a lore standpoint, he wasn't gonna fit anywhere inside the story unless he was a fucking soldier.
Yeah.
Well,
Someplace else. You see him with a fucking lightsaber doesn't mean he's a fucking Jedi. It just means he has a fucking lightsaber in the thing.
Yeah, he
hold on. Now,
he held his own
my
pretty well.
with that is that like the idea that Samuel L. Jackson, once again, Samuel L. Jackson, fuck y'all. He was Mace Windu, and when I was a kid growing up, I was like, that's the coolest shit ever because
pretty fucking cool.
like,
yeah, Mace Windu.
that's something I can
was
go
the
as
guy.
for Halloween. You know what I'm saying? I go out there with a blue lightsaber. Everybody's, oh, who are you supposed to be? You got the wrong lightsaber. No, I'm Luke. Calm down.
Wait, I was gonna correct you just now too. I'm like,
No. But I would go out dressed as that. You know what I'm saying? And I'm automatically Mace Windu. Fuck you. That's like, no.
Hang on. You were young enough to be Mace Windu on Halloween? Fuck you, I'm old.
Yes.
you could be Ben Kenobi. Oh no, we reserved that right for Greg.
Yeah, I'm Alec
Listen,
Guinness.
I grew up with the prequels. Okay.
That's really sad, by the
Yeah, I
way.
did too.
I was
wonder if he
working
means
when the
Obi-Wan
prequels
Kenobi.
came out.
Oh man, that was awful. Yeah.
The prequels weren't bad.
You're
Only
right.
thing I hated
I
was
beg
the
to differ.
only one I really hated was the shitty like kids one with Anakin Skywalker.
So
with
Yes, that one was so
He's such a little
boring.
shit.
that
honestly.
I couldn't with that one.
So-
I
Like,
think the action in the prequels
Pretty
better.
bad.
Is better. I think the
I
story writing is
haven't watched
better.
any of the new Star Wars films, actually. I should probably get around to that at some
Yeah.
point.
have you seen Darth? So that means you don't even know who Darth Maul is, huh?
No, he's
Darth
No, I know
Maul
who
was
Darth
the
Maul
only
is.
good thing
I've
about that
seen
movie.
the prequels.
I love
mean,
fucking
like,
Darth Maul. He
Where does
was.
Emperor Palpatine get his clothes?
Shut up. Okay, so those of you who are like the prequels were not that bad really need to watch the Red Letter Media conversations
Or
on those.
just watch the prequels again, because that's what I did, and I was
The
like,
reason why I think the prequels aren't that
I'm
bad
saying,
is I
I'm
feel
not
like
saying from a
movies
Star
where I
Wars
watch the
standpoint,
movies.
yes, it's bad. I'm just saying it from a sci-fi movie standpoint, for some guy who went in it not knowing jack shit about Star Wars.
Okay.
It wasn't that bad to me. After I
Oh.
found out what Star Wars really was, because I didn't see the first Star Wars movie, I didn't see Return of the Jedi, you know, that was afterwards.
Yeah.
I was just like, how did we
bye.
get from fucking... Oh, somebody dropped out. How did we get from a father-son basically battling each other, fucking chopping hands off, trying to save the galaxy and shit, to the origin story of Luke Skywalker that started out as a fucking kids film
But
Yep.
and then gradually became something where, okay, this isn't the badass origin I thought Darth
Let's
Vader
talk
was going
about-
to have.
There's a
Do
lot
you know
of
what I feel about the
the Star
prequels?
Wars 6 movies is all about Anakin, where the original
Yeah.
trilogy was all about Luke, and that's a significant shift in
yeah.
something. I don't know exactly what.
I always think
find
the
word.
prequels were just like in the 70s or whenever, when he made the originals, Lucas had almost no money, and then he
Yeah.
got lots of money for the others, and he literally just went, oh shit, I could do loads of stuff, and just started throwing money at literally everything.
Yeah,
Just letting
there was
everybody
shitty
know.
hookers with
Yeah, you
blowing
guys had
every
to remember-
cameraman, you know,
Yeah.
every dressing
He did
room, all
repeat
that.
scenes
He
in the
may have
old
been.
one.
I think he was
No.
money laundering at that point. He was like, shit,
Yeah.
we got-
Nobody saw Mace Windu die. Just throwing that out there.
That's true.
He didn't die on
Yeah, that's
screen.
true.
Yeah.
And it hasn't
Didn't he
been
fall off or
confirmed.
something?
It hasn't been
Yep.
confirmed in Star Wars lore as well. It's never
Yep.
been confirmed that he's dead.
Yeah,
all that know is he blocked out Palpatine's shot, got shot out of a window. If
Yep.
fucking Darth Maul can survive being cut in half, okay, get robot legs, go insane on some planet off somewhere, come back with new legs. Nope, not even know how the fuck he got those legs.
There is,
And is
There
Darth
is,
Palpatine's puppet.
They should have added
there is
spider
the
legs.
little known law that Mace Windu did in fact go on a spaceship that was filled with motherfucking snakes, and it's gonna feature a little bit in the next
that is nice
film.
of the play. But you know what? It's weird. I have that same like headcanon thing about oh god, what's that one actor? He's playing Commissioner Gordon now. For the new Bat-
I know
J.
who
Jonah
you-
Jameson?
Yeah.
Oh,
what is
J.K.
his
Simmons.
Yes.
yes. I have a headcanon lore about all the movie
Gary
roles he's
Oldman.
been. It's basically him going through life told from the perspective of different storytellers. Like if you see the fucking movie he did with Mark Wahlberg where they were smuggling drugs
Spider-Man.
like off the ship. What's a fucking Spider-Man?
Man.
I have like a headcanon thing about he's going through his transition of life, just finding basically shitty ass jobs and then moving on to the next one. His new shitty ass job is playing Commissioner Gordon in fucking Gotham with a whole bunch of fucking freaks and weirdos and shit.
Wait, what was in the briefcase?
What's in the briefcase?
Like, I don't know what his first movie role was. I know he was in the HBO series Oz.
We're talking about J.K. Simmons again?
That was a good series. I watched way too much of it.
My fucking my fucking parents is like, you are not to watch
Oh,
this show until you're older. And then it was weird because then I started binge watching it with my parents.
It's on Amazon Prime Video. It's really bad. Like, it's a good show, but it's really bad. Like,
it's intense.
It's not that it's graphic, because I've seen more graphic shit. It's so
graphic.
No, it's not, and I can't say it's down to earth because shit in there doesn't make any sense.
No, it doesn't
from certain standpoints. But it's so, I don't know. It gets it hooking you because normally I wouldn't watch shit like that.
Isn't Christopher Maloney in that show?
Law and Order?
Yes.
So much,
guy from Law and Order. Oh my god.
Yes,
so
he
amazing.
is, and he plays a very interesting part in that show.
He owns every part that he plays. Like, if you've ever seen him in Wet Hot American Summer, it was amazing.
And it's crazy because there's so many fucking like named actors in there that you look at now and be like, really, they were in a show like that?
What? All right.
Yep.
Crazy.
That happened a lot.
You can do that with a lot of TV shows. Though. CSI's like that. If you watch CSI, there's loads of famous actors go through there, and you're like, Murderer number 3.
I love that shit.
The Law and Order's the
Law
same
and Order
way.
SVU has like the entire cast of Orange is the New Black in it.
Oh,
my forearms
really?
are so sore.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Knees weak, arms are heavy. Oh, sorry.
That's when I watched The Wire. It was the same situation. I'm like, wait, I've seen all these actors before.
The Wire was so boring.
What? Really?
Dude, people kept on talking about for years. Like, they referred to it in like Family Guy like 14 times. So I finally sat down and watched the whole series. And I was like, what the fuck was this? This was the most unsatisfying ending of all time.
We're gonna have to have a discussion on that.
The guy got away.
I like that Delapo says the show was boring, but he watched the entire show.
Well, because I was waiting for it to have that moment where I was like, oh, and that never happened.
But it wasn't like that shock. It wasn't a series that was supposed to shock you. It was a series that's supposed to show you like the inner workings of like inner city crime and corruption. And
Narcos did it better. I think Narcos
is very underrated, and I hate the fact that
so underrated.
Because that show, that really was fucking good. I looked at the previews of it. I was like, I don't know if this is gonna be good. Actually, sat down and watched it. I'm like, this is some real.
That shit blew my mind.
Has anybody watched The Punisher yet?
I have not seen it. I'm gonna binge watch it. Don't say shit about it.
No, I haven't watched it. That's why I'm asking. I genuinely want to watch it. I haven't bothered yet.
I want to. I haven't seen it yet. Oh shit!
No.
Even without seeing the series, even with me just watching Daredevil, they picked the right Punisher.
Oh my god, he was amazing.
I'm not saying Dolph Lundgren was bad. I'm not saying the other two guys. Well, that fucking
Tom
last
Jane?
Punisher.
Dolph Lundgren.
Dolph Lundgren. Tom Jane's a good actor.
The first Punisher, that was good. And for somebody who just ad-libbed that shit, because they pulled his ass in last minute.
Got fucked out. So we were talking about game developers and all that.
That's amazing.
Oh yeah, we were talking about the topic of game developers. Oh, I never even told my game developer dream story.
Yeah, you got distracted by somebody else. So go on.
Yeah, I want to do artwork for video games.
Yeah, I think that would be awesome. I
want to create my own characters, even if I can't because I'm trying to get into programming now. I know starting college or a little later in life, but
it's fine. Some of us haven't even started yet.
I'm trying to really break into game development because it's something I'm passionate about. You know, been playing video games since I was fucking 5. First video game I ever played was Super Mario 64.
Oh, actually, yes, that's 4.
That's a good one to. That's a good starter game. My first one was also
enjoying
Super
the
Mario
fact
Brothers.
that everybody has like real things here. Like you're like, I want to be this. I want to be an artist. I want to be a thing. I'm just like, I just want to make funny videos for the internet and like.
Same.
Do literally nothing. Like
That's
nothing
a
with
great
my
thing.
life.
Fucking YouTube. Well, when YouTube used to be easier.
Yeah,
get
it's a
your
good
name out there.
YouTube.
It's a good plan for like another few years until it dies down.
You gotta have a side thing with it. That's my take on it.
Yeah,
you gotta have some kind. You got some kind of connection or know somebody who
Oh,
knows
shit.
somebody, or even if you're just like
I'm going on my
passing
own
by
adventure.
other channels and you just so happen to get mentioned.
Yeah.
Like I'm not saying like I'm just doing this YouTube shit
That's
just
what
to
you
fucking. Oh damn it!
I'm just having my own adventure now, guys. I'm gonna take the train.
Yeah, I'm trying to get back on track.
My dream is to be a full-time YouTuber, hopefully, or streamer, whatever gets me first. I do have plans. I do have other plans.
I'm just gonna say this.
Yes.
From the data I've collected, you're better off trying to become a streamer than you are a YouTuber.
Yeah, that's correct at the minute.
Yeah, that's why I've been streaming a lot on Twitch.
Yeah,
follow me on Twitch, guys. GGGuity. GGGUIT.
This robot will literally give you a good suck.
That's my most famous video. It has over like 6,000 views now, I think, or something like that. I don't even know.
I hate it when I put out a video. I put out like a Warframe video. For those who don't play Warframe, it's basically a fucking game about robot ninja kids.
Oh, fuck you, Dante.
Spoiler alert. How dare you?
How dare you overtake me?
How dare
Oh,
you
I'm sorry, I had to.
How dare you plug on this?
You literally did not have to.
I'm sorry. It had to be done. Basically. Damn,
oh shit, we plug in. Everyone go to youtube.com/limitednight.
No.
The links below, you'll see it now.
Can you all just visit my website, lemonparty.org, please?
It's not a lemon party without old dick.
That sounds like a weird sex house. Why did all of a sudden stop moving? Okay, never mind. What the fuck was I talking about? I got on the subject of Warframe. I forgot the point of me bringing it up.
Let's not talk about Lemon Party.
Oh fuck. Yeah, I think people just better off just streaming shit because I've gotten to the point where I'm starting to notice that even the big time YouTubers who used to get a lot.
Yeah, they're
of
starting to stream now because the ad is so bad.
Yeah. They're streaming more and more.
Even the viewer count has basically been sliced. I used to watch Game. Well, I still watch Game Grumps.
Yeah. Don't lie. We know you still watch them.
I still watch them sometimes.
Their viewer counts, they used to get like in like the millions and such. Their viewer count basically been like slashed in half.
I mean,
and they're not even like doing like sponsorship shit and stuff like that. They're basically doing their own thing.
Well, it's not. I don't think the market has shifted so much. It's the idea. It's the number one. It's the frequency. Sometimes I'm telling you, it's weird. Sometimes people genuinely just get sick of it. It's interesting how Video Game Donkey. His real name's Jason, so that's what I'm gonna call him.
Jason.
He genuinely puts out one video a week. Okay, drops one video a week. That's fucking it. Gets 1 million views. He chills for like the next week. Like it's amazing, and because like his videos genuinely are like just 4 minutes long. That's it. He'll get 1 million, like not even 1 million. He'll get like 4 million views on them every single time, and that's just gonna be it. And I think it has something to do with, like, number one, the pedigree of like what he does.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I was gonna say the reason why he's successful is because of that. There's nobody.
There's something different between him and the Game Grumps. Like, there's something genuinely different there.
There's nobody like Donkey.
Andrew, you're just being a dick on this track right now.
Nobody likes the Game Grumps.
I'm just looking over at it. I'm like, fuck, what is he doing?
I'm just going on my own adventure. I ducked out like a long time ago.
Jason, it's. I think at a certain point you.
Wanna get your hybrid squirrels?
I don't know what you really do because like
fucking God, Andrew.
There's this media that's telling you got to post every day, and then there's other ones like, okay, well if I post every day, people get annoyed and then start unsubbing, and then they don't watch it, they don't watch the video. But then that whole thing with the freaking notification bell became a thing.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Not everybody's like,
that's
hit
part
that
of the
bell
problem too. Not everybody is notified video, and then they end up missing videos.
You basically added more work for not even just the YouTubers, but also for the viewers because basically now you gotta be like, hey, don't forget to hit the alert because you know if you like, even if you fucking sub to this channel, you're not gonna know when I'm posting my shit.
Exactly.
Unless you just so happen to pop up to it.
Yeah.
Hashtag notification squad.
Yeah.
Yeah, fucking
Please
Eli.
be sure to like, subscribe, comment.
So many of your fucking videos show up after work when I get in and get on the computer. I'm like, shit, Eli's really putting in work.
Yeah.
Then I don't have time to
uploading twice a day.
Yeah.
Fucking.
It's fucking.
How many?
It's
how
incredible.
Many videos,
I gotta give you props.
Yeah. How many videos do 10 more minutes do a day? It's like 7, 12.
7 a day? Are you shitting me?
No, it's a lot. I think it's like 3. But Holy shit.
7-3. Fuck.
I'm pretty sure it's 3 videos a day, but holy shit, they are just putting work out.
Yeah,
there.
that's the grind though.
Damn it!
It's become YouTube has become such like a saturated market that I mean you've effectively got to flood it. Like
yeah, you basically do.
It's the shotgun
it's either all or
approach.
nothing.
Yeah.
You gotta go. You gotta want it.
See, the limited night thing is we're kind of like, not to promote our channel too much. We're just trying to like focus on using the fans a bit.
Woo!
Get them to promote. Because we can only make so much content, especially when we work full-time jobs.
Yeah. You guys have a huge fan base that actually like goes with you wherever you go. It's amazing.
Yeah, we have a pretty active fan base.
Yeah, I check out like a stream every now and again. It's like flooded with chats. I'm like, holy shit.
Yeah,
I mean, you have no idea how many times I've told my viewers to share my videos and it never happens.
I will say that your point about streaming is spot on, because when I joined Limited Night, what's that, 6 months ago, they didn't do live streams at all. I spearheaded doing it because I was like, there's some market here, because I did it on my own channel before I joined them. And they have by far like been the most popular thing we do right now. Like, we've even given people a survey. This is how seriously we take it. We've actually given the people in our Discord a survey to fill out, and almost all of them said live content is what we're enjoying the most. So
yeah, I mean, I've noticed that my streams tend to do better than my recorded videos.
Yours do outstanding.
Yeah.
Mine do about the same. It's
the reason I've been growing so much is because I started streaming.
I like editing my videos. There's something about it.
Though. I'm not gonna lie.
I'm with Delapo on that one. I love editing videos. I like adding effects. I like moving shit.
I like doing stupid shit in videos.
But it's gotten to the point.
Oh, true.
It's gotten to the point where
live
the amount of work I have to put in to edit a video and get it out there for the amount of views, because I can guarantee you I get maybe like 1 or 2 views from like a rando that just wants me to do a sub for sub.
Yeah, that.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't even get those
and
anymore.
you guys do my videos too.
Yeah.
But, anyways, guys, make sure you all sub to my channel after this podcast, please.
Yeah, I'll sub back. You promise.
I'll sub to you.
It's gotten to the point where I can really pop up, do a stream, and I can get people to view that shit. And it may not be high views, but it's more than I'm getting for
videos. I'm the same.
My actual video, and that's bittersweet to me. That's a bittersweet feeling, because I came in initially with the idea, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna do this shit. Once I get a lot of fucking views and stuff, you know, for artists, like shit that I see on like DeviantArt and like Tumblr and like shit like that, I want to help promote like fan art or like custom art and shit, you know, give shout outs and like do stuff like that. I can't do that so much doing live streams, because I can't just have the fucking picture just display. I don't have like a stream deck or like anything, so I can't really just like hit the button like,
Streamlabs?
Yeah, Streamlabs.
I did Streamlabs, but my computer can't really handle too much shit at once.
Mine can't now. I'm so excited.
Oh yeah, because you got a beefy ass computer, courtesies of your wallet and Eli getting you a hand with it.
Yeah.
And this is a message to all of you guys. Like, I know we're all small YouTubers and everything, but genuinely, do not get discouraged. Like, I know, like, the current trend wants us to shy away from edited content and content that we put a lot of time behind and that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Don't ever get discouraged from that. There's this guy, literally blew my mind the other day when I saw this shit. His name is Scott. His channel is called Scott the Walls. You should totally check it out. He's actually really funny. He does heavily edited videos, like he does. Yeah, I will
put a link in the
chat
room. Actually, I don't know if you can.
But yeah, so he does these edited videos. He's really funny, but like there's a comedic spin behind it. He does infotainment.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
In what?
And
infotainment. It's
infotainment.
Like
okay. It's like a CGP Grey. His videos.
I remember that.
Entertaining.
I know where you heard that term.
Yeah. I wouldn't recommend it, but anyways. Yeah, but he does infotainment, and I swear, like one day he just popped him on my recommendeds. I checked out his videos. I kid you not, he was at like 18,000 subscribers at the time that I checked it out. Okay. I subscribed to him because I was like, you know, I really like stuff. Literally, I watched one of the notification thing popped up. I was like, oh, he's got another video. Okay, I'll go watch it. This dude was at 47,000 subscribers. Okay.
Shit.
Literally 2 weeks later. 2 weeks.
Damn.
And I was like, holy
Has he
shit.
bought them though, or not?
No. Dude,
Yeah,
I
but
can tell you,
it's not-
he's
How did
getting
that
views
happen?
from.
Has he been uploading every day or something?
He's
or
getting views from it. He might have promoted through AdSense. That's just fine. I don't care if you do that. But I'm just saying, it's the idea behind it that someone can do something like that. Someone can do that, all of that stuff with edited content.
Yeah, that's amazing.
You know?
Oh yeah, no, we're still committed to doing video content. Like
Yeah.
Elite Dangerous, we do a series in, is super popular. Like, well, for us anyway, what you would consider super popular. Which I edit, and it's a lot of work. Like it's like a 4-hour minimum edit time.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Because I do a lot. I do a lot of keyframing.
I fucked up. I missed the joke.
I'm a
Same,
big,
I did too.
I'm a big Funhouse guy. So like, I kind
Motherfucker.
of follow their model a bit, and
Yeah.
Mhm.
a lot of
Yeah,
keyframing.
bitch.
That's a lot of work.
We can't we can't forget what happened to Angry Joe though, because Angry Joe has a very dedicated fan base, and they were like, we like your like edited content, and he
He's
told
also
them,
one of the big
I'm gonna take a
reviewers.
break, I'm gonna do a lot more streaming. The backlash, bro,
Oh, God.
they were pissed.
Remember when
off.
Markiplier said he was going on hiatus and lost 2 million subscribers, and then
Yeah,
He
it was
lost 2
Holy
million
fuck,
subs,
that was
really?
a thing?
Yeah.
didn't he?
Well-
I'm subscribed to him, but
Yeah.
I didn't see him lose 2 million subs because of that.
It's
That's
possible
crazy.
that they were all dead subs anyway. 'Cause
Yeah,
the
that is
bigger
true.
the bigger
2 million,
YouTubers, they're
though?
bound to have
2 million.
Oh,
Yeah.
there's always a
Yeah,
purge.
2 million.
Like-
Come on.
how many subscribers does he have?
Yeah,
right
not
now?
2 million.
Like 14
I
million,
lose.
20 million. I
Yeah,
don't know.
he had 60 million when I remember.
16
So-
or 60?
I don't know.
16,
even like
16.
Markiplier. A lot of people like Markiplier. I've never really gotten into.
Yeah, I'm not really.
I started
really
watching
hate
him around
that
Five Nights
guy.
at Freddy's, and he's like a really genuine guy. I really like him.
He
I've
was
only ever
great
seen him
around
in
then, but I
Yeah.
think he got less funny since.
I've only ever seen him in one video, and that was Funhouse, ironically.
Yeah, I am a little guilty. I haven't
find
watched his videos in a
PewDiePie
while.
more tolerable
So.
than I find Jacksepticeye.
I can't
And
stand
PewDiePie
PewDiePie.
said the
I
end.
honestly
So-
don't see the fucking appeal behind. I don't see the appeal, and that's not because of the recent shit that happened. He's
You know,
not funny
I
to me.
hear a lot of people
Yeah.
say that about PewDiePie.
All right,
and yet he has like 60 million thousand gajillion.
Let me
Yeah, he's
let me
I mean,
speak.
when you get that big, can you honestly give a fuck? Like,
Let me speak
I
about
hope,
this because
like, is it crazy that one day I hope I get so big I just don't give a fuck? Like, that's just.
that's how it ends
but
up.
that's
there
the
are people in the
protein.
stream talking shit about me, and I'm just like, like
So, like,
you know?
I used to hate PewDiePie. Like I legit.
No, I
did
didn't. I
not
just,
like him.
but still, like, it's that
Oh.
critical mass that he's hit. He's hit critical mass. Like, there's nothing anyone can do anymore. He can
Yeah.
basically do whatever the fuck he wants.
He'll just
Yeah.
implode into himself like a neutron star.
yeah.
But you know
Fun,
what?
so you're-
Isn't it crazy that could be the downfall of YouTube? Like, he himself could eventually be the downfall of YouTube.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
G-Fon, what were you gonna say? What were you saying?
Oh, I
Before
used
you
to
were rudely
really
interrupted.
hate PewDiePie, like a lot. Like I just didn't watch him. I thought his content was really stupid because it was. Even he admitted like content was stupid. Literally, the only thing that has made me recently watch him is when he uploaded that one video called "My New Car," and I'm like, this fucking asshole. I bet he's gonna show off. And nope, I was completely wrong. It was the most memeing video I've ever seen him do, and like that's probably why people like him now because he's actually just doing a bunch of meme videos instead of actual serious videos. So that's really it. That's like
All right.
the only reason really. But that I don't really watch his like gameplays or anything. I only watch his videos when he's like memeing or something. Like besides that,
Can't.
really care about him.
All right.
Yeah.
Yep. My
John trying to shit on PewDiePie,
Oxford
but I
Comic
just
Cafe.
can't. I
yeah,
just don't get the appeal.
me neither.
Maybe I'm not the target demographic. for
You're
these
not.
videos,
It's actually
so.
funny that you say that because, like, this whole target demographic thing. One time, remember when we were Get Good Gaming? Well,
Remember the
What,
good
like
old
a month
days.
ago?
right?
Oh, yeah.
We actually we had been commenting on the new Get Good Gaming's videos like a lot, and I got a notification that someone liked my reply to the video or my comment to the video, so I went to go look at it, and literally I had just started getting flamed in the replies, and I was like, what the hell is this? Like, why are you guys? I don't understand this. Literally, they are all children. That
Yeah,
kind
they
of,
are. They are.
Thomas
That
Edison's
kind
fucking
of-
kids.
They
Yeah,
used to
they're
be
crowd,
called
that
googly
demographic.
eyes too.
yeah, it's just children.
Yeah.
And I was
There's a reason
like,
they don't
okay, like, I can't even be mad at these. They're just fucking kids, and that's the demographic. It's the kids who like PewDiePie. It's not. I don't know a lot of grown men who are like, yeah, man, I'm
Oh, yeah.
PewDiePie
Fucking
fan.
PewDiePie.
Give me a bro fist.
Yeah, I don't.
I don't know one
I
adult
don't
like
like
that.
it.
My
It's
little
broke
brother
Zach. I kinda
loves
don't like it.
Jacksepticeye. I hate that. He's
You
so
don't like
awful.
Jacksepticeye?
I have no
I haven't
idea who that
seen
is.
You don't like Jack
Jacksepticeye video.
Spadicey? What
He's
the
just
fuck?
loud for no fucking reason.
Guys, I've said
and
this so
it's
many
just-
Can
times.
you find him on Spoofy?
So many other people. It's
Oh,
literally
look at me, I
just
have hair.
kids
I'm
on
Jacksepticeye.
YouTube.
I've got green in my hair. Oh,
Yeah.
oh my God.
Every time you see a video and you're like, who watches this person? It's the answer is
Like,
literally kids. Like
it's
that's the
idea
simple
that he
answer.
offers nothing. Like it's
Uh,
you could say it's entertainment, but it's literally just him playing games. And like I said, I
the
think you
dream.
need to offer something. Like that's why I like Angry Video Game Nerd. Like a lot of times, whether you like it or not, he's entertaining you, but he tells you history behind like the things too. Like he tells you certain things behind but like Jacksepticeye, he just yells a lot.
just a lot of yelling.
It's just so and it's like it's weird because a lot of other YouTubers do that too, but he's the one that bothers me.
He's the one that broke the camel's back.
Oh my gosh.
Not even, he was the whole camel. He was.
Are you calling
He
him
is
a
the
fat?
whole camel.
It's just I don't know. It's just how
You calling him fat?
because I don't know. You give a kid like an iPad, phone, tablet, some shit. 9 times out of 10, they're gonna find either PewDiePie, Jacksepticeye, and or
Or they're gonna
Markiplier.
break the iPad.
Markiplier. Or they're gonna break the iPad. No, you know what? I can't even say that. Shit. I have a
Like Fortiplier.
2-year-old niece.
Does she have her
No,
own
no, no, no,
iPad?
no, 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 no. She started with the fucking iPad thing at 1
Oh my
year's
god.
dude, 1 year old. Okay,
God damn it!
operating the shit like she been here before. It blew my
Like
freaking
she
She
mind.
came from aliens, dog. What do you mean?
Like she had
She
just been brought
freaking-
back to life. And
I
she's
don't
like,
understand
Yeah, my
this.
2-year-old niece is the same. You give her an iPad, she can just use it.
And I'm gonna scare you for a minute. I'm gonna scare you for a minute. I'm gonna name one. I want to name one fucking like. Stop me if you heard it before. Masha and the Bear.
No. That's not a real thing.
Sounds
No,
like
that
a
is a real
metal
thing.
band.
You wanna know how I know?
Oh!
Cause when my
Damn it.
freaking sister had a second kid, that's the same damn video series she somehow spontaneously found without even knowing how to spell.
Wow.
Fucking Masha and the Bear. That fucking I've seen the views on that on that fucking shit. Out of the
She
millions.
typed in M and then got to it. Moshi the bear.
I honestly don't know. I
Elsa
honestly don't know
Gate.
how she got to it, but these kids.
But I will give my brother that
The
he.
best- The best thing about that is they don't really quite know what they're doing. So like my niece did that, and she was watching like Frozen because she's a girl and a child,
Hey, Frozen
and
was-
and then she
fucking
clicked
hate
a
Frozen.
recommended link, which was someone playing Grand Theft Auto that had been modded with Elsa as the player. And,
You know what?
my father-in-law walked in and there's like Elsa basically mowing people down with a machine gun, and he was like,
That's about right. that's
That's
what
all
else
do
would
I
you
do?
We're gonna have to talk about the
That's
whole
why you put
YouTube
parental
thing.
controls on your tablets. I've learned that the hard way.
No.
But I think YouTube is shooting himself in the foot with the
Ow, fuck you,
recommended.
fuck you. What do you know
That was by accident. I'm
Oh
sorry.
my god, that was incredible.
I got fucked up by it
The
too.
audience is
I
gonna
honestly
love
feel
the
like
shit out of
YouTube's
that
shooting themselves in the
footage.
foot with a recommended video situation.
They sometimes have, yeah.
Because it works out. It's like a catch-22. Sometimes it works out, sometimes it doesn't. I've been linked to fucking videos that absolutely make no fucking sense as the contents of my viewing habits. I'm like, when the fuck am I ever gonna watch a fucking old school trailer of Planet of the Apes? And then I
The Mark Wahlberg version.
oh my god, and
Well, could it be something about the tags?
It's possible.
I mean, it could be, I guess. But when I search movie trailers, like I just start getting like, I get shit that's supposed to be relevant, but until you actually go into the video and see it, it doesn't make any sense.
Jack Spadicey.
I'm trying to
falling
figure
for
out,
it.
like, I want someone to do like a study on why people dislike videos. Like,
Oh,
because sometimes I feel like sometimes
Well,
people
sometimes
dislike
it's
videos
you don't
because it's
sub their
not.
channel.
yeah.
I
That
can explain
happened
to
to
you
us
right
on a
now.
live stream literally on Thursday. The guy came in live stream and said sub our channel. We went no, and he disliked the video.
Yeah, I remember
Yeah,
that.
I
I've
remember
had
I
that.
got like a shit ton because someone stream
Damn it.
rated us, and they were like advertising in the stream or some shit like that. Rachel was like, "Yo, this is rude. You probably shouldn't do that." And then like we got 8 dislikes on that fucking video.
fuck.
Oh
because-
shit, you got dislike spammed.
Yeah, that's fucked
I
up.
was
I've
there,
had
yeah.
somebody mass dislike a bunch of my old when I used to be doing Let's Play videos for
Little
Mass
do they
Effect
know.
Doesn't YouTube
Hyper
stop?
Light Drifter.
Uh,
No, it was fucking weird. They went to every video I posted for those series and dropped a dislike. I couldn't understand why. I don't even know like what the fuck is
I'm
going
pretty
on.
sure the dislikes actually help you more so than not.
Yeah, they
no
do.
interactions at all. So
They're actually literally better
doing
than
nothing. He's actually helping you.
Yeah.
How do they help you?
I don't know.
I just
any
tried
interaction.
to type in analytics.
Oh,
and
that's
it
right.
registered
Any interaction is better than no
right.
interaction at all.
Exactly. The opposite of love is not
Any
hate.
publicity is good publicity.
Exactly.
Because I'll have this thing. I have YouTube buddy. I
Yes.
can't believe we're still talking about this. On
Oh my
YouTube.
god.
I do.
Not Tub Buddy.
The thing that says terms like
Buddy.
tags in title. For some reason, I can never get
Can we play
above.
another game mode,
No,
by the way?
I'm
I'm sorry to
literally
interrupt.
every single time I'm copying word for word from my tags, like or from my title into my tags. I don't understand why it's still registering that. And then like the creator suggested, how the fuck do I get that up?
I don't know, man.
Viagra.
Yes.
I see what-
So I just checked my analytics for my lifetime as a channel
Mhm.
to check my dislike count.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It is 18.
Humble brag.
I actually don't have a lot of
Humble
dislikes.
brag.
I don't know. I just like
My
saying the word
most
humble brag.
disliked video has 2.
Yeah, I know that cluster's gonna fuck me up though.
Yeah, my first video that I've uploaded has a good like to dislike ratio, I think.
Your mom has a good like to dislike
Oh
ratio.
shit!
Why, Eli?
Oh wow.
You bastard.
Lol.
Yeah,
So
I
it's-
haven't really checked back on my first. Actually, my first YouTube video isn't even up there anymore. I was playing this game called Dungeon Nightmare 2. Very
Yes,
scary
Mark.
fucking game.
Everybody, what was your first video? What game was it on?
Oh boy.
Mine was Captain Toad Treasure Tracker.
Nice.
Nice.
Jinx.
Mine was Shovel Knight.
Mine's I have 20.
I already know what mine was. Mine was Mind Jack on the Xbox 360.
Wow.
Mine was Shovel Knight, and I didn't even have a proper microphone, so it was pretty bad. And I edited it with Windows Movie Maker.
Beautiful.
Oh,
Yeah, that's how I
man.
edited my first video.
There it goes. Everybody's had that budget moments where there was like, okay, what?
I
free
just
shit
started.
can
I didn't know what the
use?
fuck I was doing.
Yeah.
I was like, let
That
me
was
just
so funny.
fucking
I
do
literally
something.
made the decision. I made the conscious decision. I was like, I am never going to do whatever game is on PlayStation Plus. Like at the time that it is free, I will never do it.
Yeah, because then it just looks like you
But
can't
then it's
afford to
trending.
get shit.
Nobody
I'm saying-
realizes that, honestly. They don't.
And it sucks
Uh,
because PlayStation Plus had Metal Gear Solid 5 for free last month, and I had
Oh.
bought the game the month before, and I was like,
That sucks.
The same fucking shit happened to me. I'm like, okay, I can do a year series. Boom, PlayStation Plus. I was like, son of a
You
bitch.
son of a. All right.
Nobody realizes
It was
that,
so
guys.
bad.
They don't pay attention to that. Like, you know,
Pay attention to what?
to like if you got it for free or not, or like if you're
and it
trying to
sucks
be in a
because I was
budget.
too proud to add it to my.
Yeah. The first video I've ever actually like uploaded is actually my most popular. It was a how to
It was
get
Minecraft.
a public lobby with nobody in it. It is in Grand Theft Auto 5.
Yeah,
And-
Minecraft.
Yeah.
Like I said.
I think at one point everybody either does like a toot video.
Yeah,
Just-
mine was a
just,
toot video, and then after that it was like Mass Effect was the very next day. When
Oh,
I actually
also,
did
if it seems
commentary.
like I'm stepping on Kurt's lines, it's literally because every time his circle turns green, nothing comes out. Like I cannot hear Kurt at all. So
Yeah, Kurt, are you-
Look, I'm here. I'm just riding along with.
Rising
He's
like,
been
hey.
skating in the conversation for a while.
just like having a good time, you know?
You're a very good listener, Kurt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know
Are
what's
you hold
ironic?
me after?
Yes.
Oh,
What's
sorry.
ironic? Alanis Morissette.
Because I did a toot video as well, and actually the first toot video that I ever did was for Metal Gear Solid, The Phantom Pain, and it was basically how to get fuck, what's the damn sniper's name? Quiet. It's how to get Quiet back after.
Oh, quiet.
Oh,
I
I
was
can't
there a
spoil it for
quiet
anybody because
topless
nobody's
code?
played the fucking game because it's
I
terrible.
finished it.
Because the Lapo
Well,
refuses
I
to play the game.
haven't.
because
I
they
haven't played it. I have it though.
oh yeah.
Yeah, I don't want to spoil it for anybody because it's PS Plus
Thank
now,
you.
so everybody and their mother.
Are we starting a new job?
I don't know, man. I
I don't know. I'm
You
kind
guys
of
were just
I gotta
like-
get
trying
off
to
this
grind this
nonsense
YouTube
now.
thing, dude. I'm not really trying to look for a new job.
That was good.
Thanks for
Can we
having
do
me.
something with like brawling and shit? I'm gonna fight or shoot people.
Oh yeah, we
Adversary
can do it.
mode.
Yeah,
I'm on it.
adversary mode.
I'm on it.
Okay, you do that.
Why?
Who's leaving us?
See, it as like kind of came in here
Jalapa,
like
you leaving,
completely
you bastard,
last minute
why?
and thing. Is
I
there like an
know.
end time to these, or do you just run forever?
We generally run until we stop running, but you're free to go if you want because it's really late where you are.
It's
Also
well,
because-
it's really early. It's probably more accurate, but yeah.
Okay, now you're not allowed to leave.
It's currently 10 to 3 in the morning.
You should get some sleep, probably. I don't know. It is
Yeah,
the
we'll
weekend.
admit. I'll do some more jobs for a little bit, but I'll go to
Okay.
bed in a bit. I mean, I don't really sleep, to be fair.
This has been a very successful day for my channel.
Why do you say that?
Like we just bumped up like 3 subs this morning. Or,
Congratulations.
Nice.
yeah,
Oh,
we
nice.
hit
That's
111.
great.
We hit a 111 like after like a long week period where we had nothing.
Conspiracy theory.
Wow.
Congratulations. My sub count has stayed static for like the last 3 weeks.
Yeah, mine has 2. And then
I haven't
like,
been streaming though. I think that's
Yeah.
the thing.
mine
Yeah,
went
that's
static
usually
and
when you
now,
stream.
now we're at 113. So I'm like, all right, that's cool.
All right, I invited all your asses.
Just our asses? Can the
Just our
rest of us come too?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like how Delapo just left. We couldn't even tell him to go because we kept talking about shit.
Subs are a
We
weird
love
thing,
you.
though, because sometimes you get like a run on them, and other times you just sit and wait.
Yeah.
I don't
Like
want
we
this.
we average 1 or 2, but then we get a sudden drop back where YouTube obviously clears the dead accounts, so
Yeah.
we flip back again the other way.
Yeah, I've had that happen once. I
And then
think it
Tim
was a bot.
panics, but you know.
It always breaks my heart every time it does. Like I get one, I'm like, yay, and then I lose 2. I'm like, fuck.
Well, we use Slack for internal communication, so whenever like we get a sub, like it's become this joke where we just put new sub, yay, and then when we lose a sub, everyone's like, we've lost a sub, fuck.
Oh no.
So it's like
Ah.
it's like
I've
this
been
whole
dancing
channel
about
of just that. It's great.
I like my suit. No, I want to be the boss again.
Aw.
Yeah, my view on subs. I like subs. I want subs. Don't get me wrong. I want the subs that matter though. I want the ones
The ones
where
that
people.
watch your content.
It's-
Eli's
Yeah,
got a
You
lot
should
of
oh,
never,
actually,
you should
watching
never
my
worry
con-
about subs. It's always watch time and views that matter. Don't worry.
Yeah.
You should never worry about subs.
watch time.
But
and
even
views
if
are
you're
pretty
viewing
good
my
for
video,
That's why streaming is so popular now.
me. Yeah.
just give me some input. Give me creative input. Look at my video and be like, you know what? The reason why I didn't stick around to the end of the video was A, B, C, and D. And then I'll be like, okay, I can work on that. I can work
I
with.
know the alphabet. I can do that.
But I like it better when somebody just looks at my video, even if they don't say for the whole thing, and just be like, listen, no, you got something good going on here. It didn't hold my interest because of this and because of that. And then I can just be like, okay, thank you for the input. I know what to change starting now.
Well, a lot of people, there's this thing about like providing like tips and tricks and all that on YouTube comments. It's kind of like a douchey thing. Like,
But it shouldn't be
shouldn't be.
regarded as one.
yeah, but people are like, we don't
Got your
want you
ass.
to we don't want you to tell us what to do on our comment, like in comments. We want you just to give us adoration and respect. And I'm like, I'm not saying you should, but or shouldn't or whatever. Oh God.
Fuck.
Hey, I didn't
Nice.
do
But I
shit
feel
that
like-
round.
I always try to do this in my videos, even though I forget to do it sometimes. I always be like, hey guys, you know, if there's something that you want to see, something that you want to see changed, or any type of inputs you want to give, don't forget to drop a comment below in the video. Like,
Yeah.
I give people an open invitation to be assholes, so long as I can use that information.
Yeah,
Yeah,
constructive criticism
that's-
is great.
That's
And
actually
everything-
how Eli and I basically started our friendship.
Oh yeah, Feedback Friday on the Let's Play
Yep.
subreddit.
Yes, because you kept asking for advice in the video. I'm like, listen, maybe don't do that. Of course, now I know. Eli,
Wait, what?
What? When I was like, you kept asking for like a little bit of feedback, or like, how's the microphone sounding, or how's the camera, or something like that. Like during the video, I'm like, that's taking me out of the video a little bit, kind of. But
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. Well, I mentioned that I was using a new microphone.
yeah, or something like that. Mostly because it
And
was
that's
just
when
so weird to me that someone would actually go out and just say things like that, because I've never seen like a YouTuber actually do that, like ask for advice.
I don't recall asking for advice as much as I do remember
Feedback. Shit.
What the fuck?
No,
Damn, goddamn.
No, I don't remember asking for feedback. Like I remember, mentioning that I'm using a new mic, and I guess like maybe I added.
It may have come off that way.
Like, hey,
I don't
if
know.
you let me know if you. Whoa.
You missed, bitch.
Oh shit! I'm just running into this fucking fire hydrant.
Good
Shit! I gave away my location.
Good shit, bitch.
I mean, they
but
can see you on the map anyway.
Yeah.
It's funny because me and Andrew had the opposite of meeting as far as that goes. We met on the the YouTube collab
Was it?
server.
Was it? Oh yeah, the YouTube collaboration
COA?
one.
Yeah, because you were
not COA.
Neff Bomb. You were Neff Bomb back then, and I was like, "Hey, Neff."
Not COA, was it? It was the actual Let's Play collab subreddit. Because I'm pretty sure our friendship transcends COA.
I thought it was, but maybe I'm wrong. Oh fuck.
It might have been COA.
Yeah. And just like
You
threw
might
up,
have been
hey, who wants to be
COA.
on this podcast? That ended up just being us jacking off in GTA. I know what I said. I know what I said. This video's getting taken down anyway.
And I was like, fuck, sure, why not? Because, oh no, it was the YouTube collab Discord. And I was like,
yeah, there's that.
because I
one.
couldn't find, even now,
No
I'm not
one-
talking shit.
I'm gonna talk some shit. No one collabs on those Discords. Not even COA.
Yeah, I couldn't understand it. Why make a Discord?
All right, folks.
Why
time
join the
you have to
Discord when you're not gonna, participate in any type of collab thing? I mean, I can understand like
That's
schedules
true.
and, like, shit
I've
like
contacted so many people there to do collabs, and like not a lot of people contacted me back. And I'm like, what the hell, dude? Like, what is the point of asking if you're not gonna fucking do it?
Or when
And like, I was doing it on purpose because obviously the way you grow is to do collaborations with people,
Exactly.
and it's like,
yeah, that's
but
one of
nobody
the fucking tips.
contacted me.
like even then, like the ones that actually like contact you for a collaboration and then nothing else happens after that. It's like, god damn it.
Right.
Worthless.
I'll always remember the first time I met Neff. I stole his job.
He did. Like, that's not true. That's not true. I just forgot to go to the interview.
Yeah, that wasn't a joke. Yeah, he applied to Limited Night at the same time I did, and I got the job and he didn't.
In my defense, I actually just forgot that they were an hour ahead of.
Yeah,
the
we
time
were
zone
on
that I
UK
thought.
time, and
They're
we
on
forgot. Right?
UK time, and I was like, oh, I've got it scheduled for this many hours ahead. We went ahead an hour, and I forgot about that. And I'm like, shit. Yep. So I was just like recording a video, and then someone was like, "Hey, you coming?" I'm like, shit. You guys are already recorded." And I'm like, I was hurting.
Yeah, well, originally we were supposed to play Forever Races, and then when you didn't turn up, switched it to GTA. So we started playing that, and then you appeared, and they were like, "Have you got GTA?" And I think you didn't at the time, and you were just like,
I was downloading GTA at the time.
No, or something. And then you kind of
installing
sat there quietly for the rest of the thing because you had, obviously we were reacting in gameplay, but you weren't in it.
Yeah, I was trying.
Because you didn't have the game.
It's like I was trying to do
and
it.
then
so
there
much.
was like this weird moment at the end where we both were talking. And I was like, "Yeah, well," and you were like, "You probably got that job, well done." And I'm like, "Yeah, but you never know. I mean, you might have got it as well." I was like, I'm gonna try and reassure him, but I really don't know how I can. He didn't do anything tonight.
Yeah.
Not his fault, but it was like, oh no.
It was my fault. I should have been paying better attention, but I'm glad that it worked out for you.
Yeah, I'm very happy. But you've got your own thing, and I enjoy your channel. I still watch your stuff.
Well, thank you. It's mostly just live streaming now.
That's why I'm here.
Oh,
when you
man,
said
that
you want to
Final
come on, I was
Fantasy
like, yeah, sure, why not?
Yeah, that Final Fantasy stream was fun.
How many did you get? How'd it do?
It got like 25 views.
That's good.
Like, yeah, that's pretty good. The one that
I usually tune in from
Oh,
work.
that's right. Yeah, you started Final Fantasy, didn't you?
Yeah, I
forgot
did.
about that.
The one that surprised me, I played Lost Odyssey instead of Final Fantasy one day because Final Fantasy was still downloading. So I just went with that one, and that one did pretty good too. Like, Peter loved the shit out of it.
Oh yeah, I've seen Peter
Oh my god.
gel about that game.
Yeah, the
fuck was that?
commentary on that game, or the voice acting, is just incredible. Some of the characters are like ridiculous. Oh, shit. Things
Yeah, I have to find like that one game that's gonna get me
get you out.
some
Popular.
stream views. That's why I thought about doing Undertale because I have the game downloaded and I was gonna do just a regular.
Look at me, fucker. Look at me. fucking dare you.
Now.
I fucking dare you to fucking look at me. Sorry, I'm trying to kill you.
I would watch a stream of Undertale. I want to try it. Oh shit! I would try to check it out because I've never actually experienced Undertale. And
I've done Undertale videos. Fuck.
Interesting. It's an interesting game.
Oh, we're just doing a deathmatch.
Some people like it, some people don't. The fan base I've heard is
it's cringy.
Yeah.
It's a very interesting.
They're kind of like the Homestuck fan base, if you ask me.
Okay.
And I haven't played it, but I've heard horror stories. I've
heard
heard good things about it.
Oh shit!
The more
God
art
damn it.
savvy. Oh shit.
I've actually done a lot of Undertale videos, but they don't have a lot of views.
Yeah, that's the thing. I think it'll work better if I do a stream because then I can interact with people and
Yes.
look at this shit. It's a nice
shit.
sit down and look at game. It's not so much of a game where like you can just talk about the game itself. It's like a sit down, interact with the crowd, like type game. So I figured, that might even be a better game for me to stream than anything else.
Right.
Yeah, our popular
Not
ones
sure.
have been like Jackbox always does well. What's the other one we did recently?
I know
Destiny's
Telltale
doing well
games,
at the
they
minute.
fucking do wonderful.
Yeah.
Yeah, we didn't have much luck with Telltale stuff personally.
Really?
but
Your
Shocking.
Walking Dead
Yeah.
Wednesday's not doing so good.
It did
That
well. It
sucks.
was alright, but it wasn't as I don't think as good as we'd hoped for. And then Adam realised he didn't own any games with the first one, so that got shelved.
that
but
sucks.
Oh, yeah, that
We just bought we did the Humble Bundle and got like a whole bunch of Telltale games for like $10.
I meant to ask you guys. Jacket Killer is dead. It's free on Humble
Yeah,
Bundle
yeah, I
now.
got it.
All right,
got it. I'm
Peter.
gonna
Bye,
check it out
Peter.
At some point. Oh. Did
See you,
Peter leave
Peter.
us?
Yeah.
It was
Yep.
nice knowing you, Peter.
What the fuck happened to Andrew?
I'm still here.
Oh, he
I mean, not Andrew.
he left. No, he left.
What the fuck happened to Eli?
Eli said he was leaving and then just left. Like,
Oh, fuck.
Yeah. Well,
he had to go talk to his girlfriend, probably. I don't know.
I know.
yeah, I'm gonna have to jet as well. But I will say this right now. I got my controller working on Gang Beast, so I'm coming for Peter, and I'm definitely gonna throw Eli's ass off the fucking roof.
Oh my
We gotta
gosh.
fucking kill Eli.
Oh
We
my
need
God.
redemption for that shit.
He is ridiculous.
Oh yeah, that's another one that does well on stream. Gang,
Oh, damn it.
people love a bit of Gang Beasts.
I love Game
Really?
Beasts.
Yeah,
We
that's
are
a
Gang
great. That's a fun game to play, and definitely a fun one to stream because the audience can like
Our
yell
Gang
It's
at
a
people
nice
when they're
party
shit.
game.
Yeah. Our Gang Beast stream was like one of our most popular streams, too.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't ever look at the. I never look back at it. After we did
All right.
Like-
One last question for all of you before I go.
Yes.
Just name it. Out of all the games on every single platform, which game for you is that one game that everyone comes in as friends and leaves as freaking enemies?
Mario Party.
Mario Party.
Mario Kart.
Oh,
Mario
yeah.
Party,
Oh,
Smash
yeah.
Bros. General-
Mario Party for sure.
It's definitely Mario Party for me as well. At the end, some motherfucker's gonna steal your star. At
Yeah.
the like,
Or someone gets too into the fucking mini games.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
either Mario. It's either Mario Party or right now PUBG because of the failed saves. Like
my
that
God.
destroys a lot of our friendships over there. Like there's a lot of like, why the fuck didn't you kill him? He's over there shooting me. I'm telling you he's over there. He's like, I didn't have a gun. So that's a-
Yeah, I guess
That's-
you
it's
there's
like
a lot of that.
the instant pleading that comes out, like when you're standing near Bowser and he asks you who you want to
Oh,
screw
yeah.
over.
Oh my god.
The pleading is like, oh, he has more stars. He's in. Go after him. Why me?
Right?
No.
But it's fair though. It's true.
Yeah.
back.
Oh man.
Yeah,
The only.
alright. I say,
I had a story
Mario
to
Kart
tell,
was
but
also one.
Go ahead, tell it before you leave.
no. But I had a story, but it had nothing to do with games. But it's one of those stories that you just want to tell.
Just do
I'm
it.
interested. Do it.
All right. Welcome to Rise and Cross's story time. I remember visiting a friend of mine, and his aunt had the most perfect system to control her multitude of kids that I've
Okay.
ever seen. Like they all like lived together, and there were 11 cousins.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
11. Now, this woman came up with this idea of like, if one of them is in trouble, if she does not catch him, every single other one gets a whooping.
Oh,
my
that's
gosh.
the normal.
That's
That's,
my-
some people do that, yeah.
So
My mother
here,
was like the same way. Go ahead.
Wow.
so here I am talking to my buddy, and I see this kid just bolt out the house, and I'm like, "What the heck?" And then I see 10 other kids just chasing him down with
Shit.
with this woman standing in the doorway with her slippers. Get him! Get him! And they
Jesus.
grab this kid and they lift him up, and it was like watching, you know,
It's
like how
Lord of the Flies.
yeah, it's like watching the ancient Mayans coming in with a sacrifice.
Sounds
Like-
child
Like
abuse.
they literally like it was almost like, oh, please take this humble sacrifice, oh mighty aunt. You know, they and as he was getting closer, you could tell the despair.
Oh my gosh.
The moment this woman grabbed a hold of him, I have never seen such quick reflexes in my life. Like, she grabbed a hold of him, and every single one of them did a little dodge move, so
God.
they don't get friendly fired by that slipper.
Jesus.
And that image stuck to me for life.
Oh my god.
That is how you keep your kids out the penitentiary.
That is gonna
penitentiary
be
system,
the that is gonna be the story that ends the stream, everybody. Holy shit. No one's gonna be able to top that.
people. Wait, that's like the SpongeBob meme where SpongeBob and Patrick are running from. Oh god, dang! I pissed. Where SpongeBob and Patrick are running away from Sandy, and under the caption is like, "Oh, when you run away from your mother's, your brother gets grabbed."
All right, guys, enjoy the rest of the stream. I am out.
Alright.
See you, Kurt.
Bye.
All right, take care.
Oh shit. Got all the way up there and
You
did
got
nothing with it.
plugged.
Alright, so after this round I think we should end the stream.
All right.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Take
Gotta
out
pump
the
some
whole
lead
round.
into you. Why don't we pick this creepy ass mask? You know I hate these shits.
Because
Because
you
they're
hate
creepy.
it.
Ah.
Oh,
My
Get
mother
shit on.
had
I was
like
gonna
these.
kill him.
You know those scary ass like clown China dolls? With they're supposed to be like glass heads and whatever.
Yeah.
My mother inherited those from her mother, and she decided to decorate my sister's with those when we were living in New York. Those things scared the crap out of
I
me.
think it scared everybody, honestly.
Yeah, I think that's what they were for.
Those were the
Nevertheless.
creepiest.
I never liked them.
I hate them things.
Thank you everyone for checking out the Lazy Saturday podcast. I don't know if it was much of a podcast.
It was a nice story time. I had
There
fun.
was a
pretty
lot
good.
of adventures in this one. Please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, or dislike. You know, do whatever you want. And check out everybody's channels. I will definitely put them in the description below if you're watching this on live. And special thanks to my guests.
Woohoo!
Everybody do outros. or whatever.
Yay.
Watch The Minute Night, watch Jazz Jam Gaming, watch Molaner Games, watch Potentially Perfect, watch Rise and Cross. Oh my god, there's so many people that were on this stream. I don't remember how many we had. Holy shit.
Just look at the link below.
Yeah, it'll be there. I promise. Bye everybody.
Swear.
See you guys.
Bye, everyone.
Bye-bye.